Going live. Alright, welcome to True Footy Live. It's time to thrive. So, can you scoochie your coochie, please? Sure. How are we, lads?
Good.
Thank you.
Good, thanks, mate.
That's good. That's
to be
good.
back on.
Joined once again from with Joycey, the True Footy OG. You really were the birthplace of True Footy in some ways.
I was the birthplace.
You were the birth canal, and I was the baby that shot out.
Yeah.
Callum
was Busher then, the daddy.
Yeah, he was the midwife. Hopefully no one's on yet. Alright, just getting up the chat. Callum, welcome back to this is like your third or fourth stream?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All I do is live streams.
Yeah. Yeah, you came in, walked straight through the door, did your own live stream in there.
Yeah.
And second one for the day. As it's currently half time in Collingwood Carlton. We've just got that on, but I'll flick that over. Let's get into the chat. Donny Diesel says the Crows will win. Jaden says, come on Adelaide. Arman says, yo. Huntsman, are you not a mod? I will add. Why are you not a mod? Were you a mod before? I thought you were. Maybe not. Zach, welcome. 28 in the chat. Welcome, guys. If you could like the stream, that'd be great. Joycey, how are you?
Very well, thanks,
Very
mate.
well. Yeah.
Great to be
Back in Perth.
back in Perth and back on the stream. It's been a little while.
It has been. What was the last stream you did here? Was it last year? Have you done one this year?
I don't even remember.
I remember we did West Coast and Geelong. Did you do the Granny? Joycey wasn't here for the Granny.
No. I think I've done one this year.
Yeah, don't know.
We'll go with that.
Let us know in the chat if you recognise his mug.
Probably not. Not from here, anyway.
Yeah. And Melbourne Dogs was your last stream here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Good shit. Oh, Max is in. Welcome, mate. Long time and love it. Max was, I feel like you were there. Max was, as I said that, it just popped in the chat, but he was one that donated a heap to us.
What a legend, Max.
Absolute
I
legend.
was actually here.
That's what I mean. I think that was the Eagles Geelong one last year.
You legend, Max.
Donnie wants to know how long I've been supporting the Eagles. Probably since I was about 8 when I moved to Australia. How about yourself, Morth?
Birth, probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Run with that.
Yeah.
Since I was about 8.
What's your earliest Eagles memory?
I remember when I was probably, I would have been 6 or 7, and I watched, there was a final that they played in against Essendon and they lost. And I cried.
Yeah, that was 2002.
Yeah, and I cried once they lost.
Was that the James Hird game?
No, that wasn't a final. That was the 04 round 3.
Right.
I think we lost that game 111 to 78.
Yeah, I cried.
I remember that game really well.
All I remember is being at a friend's house and just crying.
That's such an overreaction.
I don't know.
Nah, I do remember that as well. We didn't really, weren't really in the hunt, but that was an achievement to make the finals that year. I remember.
Yeah, and I was really looking up to my role model Ben Cousins at the time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Gun player.
I think you guys have done him proud. I know you have, Jesse.
What, Ben Cousins?
Yeah. Followed in his footsteps.
Yeah, he's actually in the chat right now. So thanks, Cuz, for your support.
G'day from prison.
If anyone knows Ben Cousins, get him on the chat.
He's,
Get him on the potty, I reckon.
That would be cool one day.
Yeah.
That is the sort of...
I recken you could.
That's the direction.
That's almost pretty achievable.
Yeah, that's the direction I want the pod to go in.
Like from Cambridge.
He's playing for Queen's Park Bulldogs at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good on him, mate.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him doing one.
You just go there and film and then post it to the channel, whatever.
True.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Content, yeah. That would be kind of cool, actually. That would probably get views, yeah.
So how are you guys feeling about the game today? Obviously, we all know what happened last week. We don't need to rehash that.
Don't recall.
Morts, I think you're saying you're not too confident.
Nah, and I mean Dons beat Kangaroos earlier.
Yeah.
Now they're in the 8. So I think we need to win by a pretty big margin to actually crack the 8. Even if we win, we're still 9th.
Yep.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
But we go a game ahead of Essendon.
No, I think the ladder predictor is fucked.
I reckon you're wrong. Have another look and then feel embarrassed.
What about you, Jesse?
I mean, look, we're facing a bottom 3 team, and let me phrase it this way: if the Eagles show up, we don't have an issue.
Yeah.
But whether or not the Eagles show up is the other question. We've got some real. Okay, there you go, Seymour. If we win this game, we'll go to 36 points and head back into 7th, and we'll be a game clear of 8th. But this is also a game we can't drop in the context of finals because obviously we're playing a bottom 3 team, and with the run home, we can't be dropping games against Adelaide and then expect to beat Brisbane, Melbourne.
Your percentage goes against you as well, doesn't it? When you look at
it's a lot lower.
Yeah,
it's fun to fucking see.
So like you need to get wins on the board, really.
Percentage was healthy 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's funny how things can change. I think it was like in the 110 mark, I reckon. Maybe 100. Yeah, I think it was 105 before.
When we got beaten by 100.
This is a huge game.
Yeah.
For you guys. This, like, if you lose this,
then that's almost
it's pretty much. Yeah. And I mean, like, the players probably been grilled more this week than any other time in their career. Some of them, if they don't respond to that, you know what I mean? It's going to be pretty alarming.
You see Kennedy's a late out as well.
Bailey Williams is in. Yeah, the Eagles have been grilled like George Foreman this week, but it will be a really important response, I think, in terms of where the season goes after that. We have brought in some young guys, Connor West making his debut.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. Luke Edwards, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and, Bailey Williams, I'm pleased to see in the side as well. Who was the third in? Oh, Harry Edwards, another young guy. He's like 19, so, good to see some youth, even though some of it was forced. Barras is injured, Kennedy's injured. I want to say... who else was injured? It was actually injured.
Redden.
Yeah,
Redden's
but
still out.
not necessarily last week, but yeah. Get back into the chat. Huntsman says, I love Dylan Moore so much and I hate Frosty. He's still playing for the D's. Bit of Hawthorn chat going on. Hawthorn played really well last night. Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a funny season, hey, how like you think D's would be the top team.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I still do think that.
But to draw with Hawthorn.
But there's an argument for them. It's good that they perform well against the other top finalists and drop their games in games that don't maybe not matter, but they're not. It's not 8-point games they're dropping, and they're not going to come against those teams in finals.
When they need to lift, they do.
Yeah, they've beaten the Dogs, they've beaten the Cats, smashed Richmond. Haven't answered the big question mark of can they beat the Eagles. That remains the biggest final challenge. UCAT says, Jesse, welcome to UCAT. Resident Fremantle pig of the chat today, with no Druzy in there today.
Respect.
Nah, he's a good young fella. Although he has been abusing me since the Eagles lost.
Well, you could make an argument that Eagles would beat Melbourne if they beat Adelaide, since Adelaide beat Melbourne.
True.
That's a good argument.
Yes. Yeah, although we lost to North, so that means we lose to everyone, just about.
Yes. 200 games for Nick Nat today.
Oh, yeah, true.
And I think it's also 200 for
Brody Smith, that's right, yeah. It's a nice achievement for a guy who did 2 ACLs and people were thinking, is he going to come back at all?
Yeah.
But no, he's having a very, very good career after all that.
Are you very glad that Melbourne didn't choose him?
Yeah.
Because you probably would have taken...
Daniel Rich, I think, was the one we were supposed to take.
So?
That's what they were reporting, yeah.
Oh, if Melbourne took Nat.
You don't think you would have taken Jay Watts?
Who
knows?
It's possible, obviously, yeah.
I read that Melbourne only took Watts over Nat Newey because they didn't think Nat Newey had as good a kick.
Yeah. Which is true. Watts was a very good kick.
That probably is true.
Yeah, but give up a lot.
But geez, how different would it be?
Yeah.
Because Nat Newey could still be playing for him right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'd think so. Mind you, he would have also rucked through that period where they were stinking it up.
Yeah. And then you think about what would have happened to Gawn.
True. Might not have drafted Gawn.
No.
Interesting butterfly effect, because Gawn was drafted a year later.
But imagine that Newey taps it down to the D's midfield now.
Gross. Yeah. Mind you, still not a premiership player. Wasn't a part of that 18 team, unfortunately. Midfield randomly got really good after he went down. Haven't returned those parts.
Vardy had a good finals.
And Lycett as well was underrated player at that time. Mr. Beast fan says, True Footy, I'm your biggest fan. Thanks, man. Is it me or Mr. Beast, though? Because I'm not in your username. I'm just kidding, appreciate it. Who do you think is the wooden spooner after Hawks' performance last night? Well, I think it's still 4 points between between North and Hawthorn. So
North is showing some
I think
promising
North.
signs.
Yeah, I think North's been a little bit better.
Yeah.
recently. Still, even today, then.
But last night Hawthorn just drew Melbourne.
I
So
know, it's hard to say.
If North
all
finish
over the
bottom, I'll say they're the best wooden spooners like
they've
I've seen
in a
just
long
about.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did pretty well this morning.
You know what? Video idea. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Best wooden spooners and worst wooden spooners.
How many wooden spooners have come to Perth and beaten the Eagles?
Oh, can you just fuck off? It's a great question, though. I don't know.
I'm only saying that because that's the hardest trip in football.
What about
I
when,
think
what
GMHK
about when the
is
Eagles were wooden spooners?
Yeah, who did we go and beat, eh?
We were probably the best wooden spooners.
Nah. Although we did come fourth the following year, so
Yeah, it's a good turnaround.
yeah.
You probably were pretty good wooden spooners, to be fair.
We were pretty stinky, but we weren't one of the worst. I think the worst ones I've seen are probably Melbourne. Mark Neal, Dean Bailey kind of time.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Good game. What do you reckon they move Oscar Allen full forward with Kennedy?
Yes, Williams into the ruck. That'll be good. It's good to see Alan.
Surely, as a mutual, I think Allen's way better as a forward. generally.
Yeah.
I think you've got to play him up forward.
I agree, but then sometimes it's a battle of do we play one less tall or do we bring Vardy in?
I think even more important is just getting Oscar Allen game time, so wherever they can put him is where they put him.
That's true. I think we're kind of treading water a bit having Vardy in the side. He's been a great servant, but at 30 years old, I think it's time.
He wasn't that. He hasn't been that great. Like,
Nah, I'd bring. Williams has been injured at times this year, so if Williams is in the side, that's where I'm most happy with it.
I reckon Oscar Allen will be one of the best forwards in a couple of years in the comp.
Hopefully.
Once Kennedy, because Kennedy's going to retire soon, Allen can just go straight to that spot.
Yeah.
He's pretty much learnt the whole thing with like all the fullbacks.
He'd have a lot more goals if he wasn't so versatile. That
Oh,
Nui, the milestone
tapped down
man,
to
wins
himself.
the first clearance. Connor West sporting the number 36 today on debut. Oh, he's going to... unlucky bounce, Cripps.
Have they put West straight into the guards?
No, he's playing forward by the looks. Cripps has put that across the face. I think we're all kind of... You can see Cripps wanted to pass it to the debutant there, but it just wasn't quite the right option.
Cripps needs to be a bit selfish. I think today he's seen a few questions about his spot in the lineup.
Yeah.
He's always been a team man. Don't be afraid to take the shot.
Yeah. I do like Cripps. He's been out of form this year, but he's a player that I want to see turn it around. Because I think
Those pressure forwards as well generally get a little bit more stick, but you don't see quite what they do
Very
on
true.
camera.
Very true. Great tackle by Hearn. Is he walking with a bit of a limp, Joyce?
Hearn. What?
No, there isn't.
Not that I can
jokes
see.
in the morning.
Looks like both of his
Oh.
legs are sore.
Oh, Ryan's
Ryan.
clearly been watching the Euros 2020. What did you watch much of the Euros, Joyce? You're a soccer fan.
A little bit. A little bit, yeah.
It's hard when all the finals are at 3 a.m. here.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't really, no offence to anyone, wasn't really hoping for like an England, Italy. I didn't love all the semi-finalists and stuff. I was hoping the attacking sides like Portugal and stuff were going to be.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, as soon as it was England, Italy final, I was like, this is definitely going to be like either 0-0 or
Oh, Dower,
1-0.
very true, yeah. I was supporting England outright, so I was happy with... Oh, that's a great mark by Hearn.
Fuck, he's getting bald,
Is
isn't
that bold spot out? You can see the Eagles have started with intent already.
Yeah.
Just need to capitalise.
Started like a good circus.
I think the key for the Eagles today is just to like get off the ground running and get a good 20, 30 points ahead in the first.
Yeah.
Because after the last few weeks, they've almost just died after the first quarter and they've just given up and they just get too far behind.
Yeah. Last week we did have a very strong first half in terms of like dominance. We just couldn't score, which is a big part of the game, so it's no excuse. But 35 inside 50s to 12.
But how's that look with Kennedy out as well again today? Bad score in the week and then you get Kennedy out.
It hurts. But we do almost gain Allen as a forward again, so hopefully he has a good game. Happy hunting ground for the Eagles this ground.
Bungle Gaming Music says North top 10 next year, question mark.
Still too young.
Top 10. They'll be...
Oh, that was nicely done by West. He's probably caught hold of the ball though, but extracted it nicely. Hope he keeps playing with confidence.
It's always hard in the first game.
Yeah.
I saw this table on the AFL website. fucking Facebook or something saying that since the year 2000, only 3 number 1 picks have played a decent game in their first game, like stats wise. It was like, I can't even remember who it was. I remember Luke Hodge was one.
I don't think Rao did because Rao's.
Didn't he score votes in like his first?
It was his second game because there was the round 1 against Port, and then they got clapped, and then there was a massive COVID stop after round 1. And
Sam Walsh. That was he.
I think he was good from memory.
Yeah, I think it was him, Hodge, and someone else after Hodge.
Yeah.
But even a lot of great players you saw in there, they just had just shit games. Like it was like 3 disposals, no goals, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Jack Watts, I remember when he debuted, he got mauled by 3 Collingwood players in the pocket, and it was just like this iconic vision of him just getting swamped. And I wonder if it's a bit of a sliding doors moment. Like if he had a bit of a better game and wasn't like laughed at so much, would his career have taken on a different trajectory? I do wonder a bit.
Well, I mean, like Ugelhagen had a terrible week last week, but then he come back and kicked 3 goals this week. So.
Yeah, exactly. You got to back these guys in.
The amount of talent Melbourne had for years as well. I refuse to believe all of those top draft picks were bad players.
Yeah,
it's got to be something like that.
Yeah, you had some players in the top 20 that you wouldn't even know. Like,
but for even 2 years in a row to have 2 number 1 picks and a number 2 pick.
Yeah,
and none of them really pan out.
Yeah, Watts, Scully, Trengove, and then you had like Blees and Strauss that nobody would even be able to tell you who they are. But I think they might have had injuries. But just top 20 picks that they really needed to make use of.
What's going on here?
No,
they're calling it back.
He wanted to play advantage.
Yeah, played advantage there.
Yeah.
It was West again. Just tackle guard.
Good to see a bit of intent from West.
Yeah. He's we call him the circus. Intent.
Wow.
I heard he loves camping.
I heard he likes sex while camping because he's fucking intense. Welcome back to True Pun. So after a decent start by West Coast, no score on the board, and Adelaide's gaining a little more territory. Ben Keys, man, he's been outstanding this year for a player that was almost delisted.
Yep.
You had a big night out with Ben Keys a couple of years ago, didn't you?
Don't know about that.
He was there though. When
I think I spilled beer on him, and then he kind of looked at me like,
"Hey, can you come on my podcast?"
"Oh mate, no, my mate's podcast." We're up to 500 subs.
Yeah, probably were at that point. Yeah. Funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's 48 in the chat. Thank you guys. If you can like the stream while you're there, that'd be great. Also, I think I'm like 3 or 4 subs short of 13k. So if you could help us over.
Oh, what a grab! Mark, he one-handed that.
Yeah. He's having a great game. Oh, we've hit 13k. Nice one. Thank you guys. That's
I decided to subscribe.
Thank you.
No.
30k subs.
I still haven't subscribed.
It's the theme of the weekend. I was watching Cade McDonald's last night, and he ticked over 60 on his live stream. So congrats to him. That's fantastic.
Wow, you went from 12 to 13 quite quick.
Yeah. It's been just sort of ticking over nicely over the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good season so far. A couple of young lads in that contest there. Petruccelli, Edwards.
They had a big thing on the Triple M radio when I was driving on the way out about Edwards, because his dad used to play for Adelaide.
Yeah, Tyson. Yeah.
And how fucking Crows are kicking themselves for not drafting him.
Yeah.
Because he could have been a father-son. They could have just traded the draft pick up and then let him go.
Wow. There was talk that the relationship was strained. Oh my god, if Yo kicks that, no. In fact, why did he kick that?
Yes. Yeah. And they mentioned it because of his brother.
Yeah. But then I saw an article from Tyson where he was quoted saying he was really disappointed Adelaide didn't take Luke. So
wait, so what? Tell me about the strained relationship with his brother.
So his older brother was a father-son as well for Adelaide.
Right. And just never played.
Yeah. And apparently the relationship got strained. This was around the time Adelaide were going through all the issues with the players that camp shit. They lost players and stuff.
Doesn't Andrew McLeod not go to
I
football club functions as well?
I think that's the case. I think it's the case. Yeah.
I mean, they really fucked up their culture for a little while.
Yeah.
They did. Credit to them though. Like, Kane Corns said they were the worst wooden spoon side.
Yeah.
And they've turned it around pretty well this year.
Yeah, I agree. I have no doubts that Adelaide will be a good team again in 3 or 4 years. Edwards finding a bit of the footy. It's nice to see. Bit of an aimless kick. But, so then Adelaide decided not to draft Luke. I think Jake is the older brother. Jake Edwards. It sort of came out that was because of a strained relationship, but long story short, Tyson said he was really disappointed they didn't pick him up, so...
No, they were talking about how it's key for Adelaide to really prove to him that they've changed their culture over the years and just keep an eye on him and try to lure him home again.
Okay, yeah. I suppose that's always a possibility.
Because even towards the draft, Luke's just like, I'm not fussed if I don't go there.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
But you could end up with another Ebert situation.
And Lycett kind of.
Yeah.
Speaking of
more so Ebert,
AFL Plays Kids, anyone know how Jesse Motlop went yesterday? I know he was making his South Fremantle debut.
Did not know. No, I haven't really tracked him so closely this year. His league debut was a pretty good effort. So
I think his league debut.
Yeah, so he'll be in the draft this year.
Yeah, that's right. I think he's in the Fremantle Next
Oh,
Generation
yeah.
Academy.
Okay, there you go.
So I think he will be a Fremantle player if we want him to be.
Wow, nice. Isn't there also Jeff Farmer's son is around the mark for the draft this year? And
so he was available last year
to
be drafted.
Okay.
News was I think Fremantle weren't keen, but Melbourne, I think he trained with Melbourne, but hasn't been picked as of yet.
Yeah. Fair play.
One of my all-time favourite Fremantle players, Jeff Farmer.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Right. Wizard. Yeah, he was a very good player.
Yeah.
Gee, Shannon Hearn has been everywhere.
He's killing
today.
it.
He's been really good.
He's taking some good marks.
He's been having a good year to be fair to him.
You do hear a bit of rumblings about fans wanting to move him and Kennedy on. But, I mean, you'd have to think there'd be a number of games you guys would lose if you didn't have those two.
I agree.
I get you trying to make room for younger guys coming up, but they're still producing.
And 100%.
Level.
They are. I don't feel strongly that we need to move them on, but from the perspective of sometimes you just need to cut your losses a little bit and say, okay, we're not going to contend in the next 2 years. Can we get more out of putting Allen as a full-time target up forward? Witherden is, I think, ready to play regular AFL for us. Are we getting much out of keeping those guys around? But I'm also not mad if they stay on, particularly Josh Kennedy.
We're in this weird halfway point where we've almost got an even balance of guys that'll be great in 3 to 5 years and guys that are fantastic now and need a win kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which isn't a terrible thing, but you just got to get that timing right.
You are in it, definitely.
Because it's not going to be that much longer till Shuey and Nat Nui and all those guys move on.
Yeah, Shuey's 31, Nat Nui's 30. I still feel like, particularly Nat probably has another 3 at least. Shuey maybe 1 or 2.
As long as Nat Nui can jump, you're still going to get a fair bit.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, don't forget he missed the best part of 3 seasons as well. So he, in theory, here we go. Can we see our first goal of the game? Petruccelli.
He's gone long for
what?
goals.
That's not a bad.
It wasn't a horrible option.
Trickle through, yeah.
If it was on target, it would go.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Petruccelli? He seems a bit in the other side. I haven't seen too much of him personally. I know he had a few games where he performed very well.
He's got the potential, 100%.
Yeah, okay.
He's a bit of a front runner, and I don't mean that really disrespectfully because there was a time and a place for front runners. Andrew Embley was an absolute gun, but definitely a front runner. So he kind of needs the ball fed to him a little bit, but he has the offensive capabilities to really tear teams up, and he's kicked bags before, so I'm not that that's a good mark by Tex.
He's a forward as well, isn't he? So it's small forward is the hardest position to play in a losing side because
you need that crumbing.
Yeah, exactly. You need the ball coming forward. Yeah. You need the space to operate.
He's a bit of a liability when it's 1-on-1 and he's chasing the ball down the wing unless he has a chance to outrun his opponent. If there's any muscle work, he gets
because he's quick, but doesn't have the strength.
Yeah.
And then you think about it as well. If Willie Rioli was going to come back in, where does he sit then?
That's true.
Because you'd think
that is a very decent kick from Tex. That's right the range he's most dangerous to.
Fuck.
Adelaide equalise.
A lot of respect for Tex this year. I think
he's done well.
He was getting a lot of hate, wasn't he? But he's kind of stood up when pretty much the team really needed him to.
Almost career best form at times. In fact, I would say at times definitely career best form.
Yeah, there's a string of 5 to 10 games that he was just killing it.
Yeah, he was a Coleman medal favourite.
I think he'd be a very good leader, Tex. I feel like he's always like the guy where he would always go 110%.
Oh, see that behind the back?
Yeah, I did see that.
He like jumped over and went like back around.
I can't tell if the Eagles are playing okay or if my expectations and standards have dropped so much that I'm like kind of happy that we haven't conceded a goal yet.
I think the intensity is pretty high from both sides.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a...
But then you think about the type of players and shit we've got. Should we be running all over Adelaide? Or
we should be, but
this is it in Adelaide, I don't think. Yeah.
We baby steps. I'm just happy if we just play decent footy today. I'd rather obviously want to win, but I mean I don't really need us to smash them or anything like that.
Yeah, that was.
Is that a handball?
I think it could technically. I think if you punch
like
it
that,
if you punch it like that, I don't see why it's not a handball, but it was very weird. As long as you're not throwing it up before you punch it. Connor West is only Oscar Allen's age too, so it's not like he's like a 27-year-old mature waffle player. So there's hopefully a bit of development.
got a disposal here.
Yep.
Got a decent mullet in there.
Yeah. We need a good midfielder around that age bracket too. That was nearly a good clunch.
She does that too
Oh
much,
yeah. Just took too long there. Not the best.
I think he's getting older and he just can't do it as well as he used to.
Maybe.
Like
I mean, that would make sense.
He used to do that spin all the time and he'd be fine and get out of it, but now he's just not.
I think he just also had no options there.
And he's
the
refs have started to umpires
Yeah.
started to crack down on the shrug as well, which is a big part of his game, sadly.
That's true. He is also rusty, as Joycey just said. He's been out for most of the last year.
I said this to you off air quite a few times, but the one I've noticed who's had a dramatic drop in output is Gaff. I think from like we were talking about him as being potentially the most damaging ball in hand player 3 or 4 years ago.
2018 was the year he was absolutely unreal.
He looks a long way from that now, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's hard to know if it's all his fault.
Yeah, because he's such an outside player.
Yeah. I think if the game plan's not clicking, then players like Gaff can look worse, if
Very
that makes
true.
sense. And
He's not one to go in and just grab it.
and he's rarely finding the ball in heaps of space and getting space to deliver it. Now, whether that's his own lack of work rate, whether it's just because we're not getting him into positions where he can do well, it could be both.
Probably not as dominant on the inside as you were a few years ago.
Yeah.
You guys have been like smashed inside in a few games, haven't you?
Yes, definitely. Midfield is not a strength in
It's
that
quite
respect.
interesting, isn't it? Like you guys have a very strong midfield, but you don't seem to do well at stoppages.
Yeah.
What do you think that's down to?
So you have to think coaching has got to be a factor there. We were great when Sam Mitchell was the midfield coach, and then you had guys like Rosa and stuff like that cycle through, and Van Berlo, and you have to think maybe they just haven't done a great job at optimising it.
So you don't think it's deliberate? I mean, you would never deliberately be bad at stoppages, but obviously you would make certain things a priority, other things not a priority. So you might
that's possible.
focus on your spread, which you guys are really good at.
Yeah.
And Richmond, they're an example, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they're not that good from the stoppage, but their spread and their speed once they get the ball.
Do you reckon it made a difference with Tim Kelly coming in as well?
Oh,
Like he's just a different style of player.
Yeah, I think there's the stats about we're actually perform really poorly with all of our 3 best mids in Kelly, Yeo and Shui all playing together, but if 2 of them play, then we actually generally win.
They're all too similar, maybe.
The other thing is as well, that I have a theory, is that it's a bit of a double-edged sword having a ruckman-like nickname, because we set up to win the stoppage, but if we're not winning...
if you don't win the tap.
Then we look shithouse, but then in 2018 when he did his ACL, then we became, for the last 7 weeks of the season, one of the strongest contested and stoppage sides over the last 7 weeks and won the flag. Which it just doesn't make sense. And maybe it is a mindset shift.
Yeah, we have to do this ourselves now.
Yeah, and maybe a structural a mix there as well, where we set up to lose the stoppage. Oh, that is a flower bag.
Yeah, I think we're playing pretty poorly, to tell you the truth.
I think Adelaide have probably gained a bit of momentum and ascendancy. Yeah, I don't think it's been great, but
It's all about scoring though while you got the ascendancy, so
that's right.
which they've missed again.
Seedsman's a handy little player, eh?
So, in my fantasy draft, right, I fucked it up, especially my midfield, I fucked it up so bad. And I was like, I need players and all this kind of shit. And just like couple rounds into the season, I brought in Keys and Seedsman.
Oh,
they were
wow.
Undrafted.
Yeah.
And they're fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Especially Keys.
I got Keys in round 2 of my draft as well.
Yeah.
Just because he had a hell good round 1, I was like, picked him up off the waivers.
No one had seen him, and he had, I picked him up around 3 or 4 and he had like a couple games close to 100. I'm like, fuck, he's doing alright.
Yeah. I think he's averaging 107.
Yeah, he's killing it. Even Seedsman for a few rounds there was getting over 100.
Seedsman's been...
So just that from end to end was the best passage of play we've seen in a month. The ball didn't hit touchdown ground once. Each kick was 40 metres. We didn't stop and prop. That was fantastic. Sorry, Joyce.
So we were not watching.
Yeah. No, it was really good. That was like the first time I was like, oh, this is like the Eagles.
If he kicks this, it will do wonders.
Yeah.
Come on, boy.
Crowd's giving him a serve.
Miss it, you handsome fuck.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like me for some reason.
It's like looking into a mirror. Oh, Heath is in the chat. Welcome, mates. Hang on, what's the context here?
He's kicked it. He's kicked it.
No, he missed it. Bush has just said they haven't looked at the comments in a while. He's feeling unwell today. Yeah, menstrual cramps. He says, doubts Jesse would even notice if I said Billy Frampton takes shits bigger than Jack Darling. What? Jack Darling's pretty thick.
Yeah.
He's not that tall though.
He's thick.
Yeah.
For a second there I was thinking like, well, it doesn't matter how big Jack Darling shits are, how big Billy Frampton shits are. What a girl, his shits are tiny.
He says, Bush, why aren't you there? We need an irrelevant Freo opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, Bush, where are you, mate? Get round here.
In my fantasy draft,
He's on the cam.
match this week, I've got O'Brien and he's got Nat Newey.
Oh.
And O'Brien's on 22 and Nat Newey's on 5.
Ooh.
So,
You're right.
I've got
could be
that
running away
Newey,
from him.
actually.
Oh, well done, Edwards.
He's been a bit hot and cold. He
Yeah.
hasn't been horrible though.
I've got him too. He's had a couple of hundreds, couple of 60s.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
bad.
good tap.
Cripps has started quite well.
Yeah.
He's always looking for that option though, isn't he?
Yeah. Get a bit more
Shepherd's a
selfish,
weapon,
Cripper. Sell a bit of candy.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see in our
Daniel-
small forwards.
The Daniel Busher career path.
Oh, that's a great grab from Oscar Allen. Sell a bit of candy. That is a great call.
Oh, I said something real raunchy on the podcast, which released this morning. If anyone hasn't seen it, I can't remember what I said. Something about Busher said, "Oh fuck them, they're still young," and then I was like, "Isn't that your motto?"
That is
what
a
the
shocking
fuck was
kick.
that?
What is going on?
Busher,
There wasn't even anyone around.
Yeah.
I think it's that one where someone starts leading, you go to kick and that person stops.
Yeah, right. I missed it. Busher said something about someone here looking like Kid Leroy. Who looks like Kid Leroy out of us?
I think he thinks I do, but
Really? I don't even
Yeah.
know what Kid Leroy looks like.
no, me neither. He said it before though.
I think it's Joyce. I see what he looks like.
Oh, jeez. I don't know if that's a compliment.
Oh, Edwards probably should have run a little bit harder back there.
Oh,
Didn't quite want
I
that
t-
footy.
Oh,
game. Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's very Portugal versus Spain in the quarterfinals. Was that 3-2?
I think
I
it's
don't know. That was the penalties.
I don't know, but this is 3-3.
Never mind.
points though.
Yeah.
I think this is more. I don't know. Yeah. Was Spain, Italy, no?
Spain, Portugal. I don't know. Wasn't one of them like just 3-all? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe we're talking some shit there.
I don't know.
Oh, Kelly.
Kelly, well done.
There's rumours he was going to be out this week.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
He's got a sore knee.
Left training early.
Oh, rats.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's rough. I'd like to see that again.
Oh, darling.
Oh, Raf DJ has donated $1. Thank you, mate. What a legend.
Fuck yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for your support.
My favourite True Footy memory is when one grand final live stream we had like $40 donated and we got KFC.
Yeah, we did.
And then you ate it on the stream.
Yeah, that was a big regret.
I'm turning this off.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to come back in 20 minutes. I can't watch this.
All you could hear was just.
Yeah, we were so hungry too.
It's all good.
And I think a little bit tipsy, so like we didn't care about our lips smacking.
Lip smacking
Yeah, not each
with
other.
each other.
Fuck, it's going to be 1-0 at the quarter time. Tex is lining up for a goal that you'd think he'd put away 99 times out of 100.
This might be that one time, Jesse.
Yeah, you never know. He won't miss this.
99% chance, but you never know.
Yeah, no, he's nailed it.
Nailed it.
Annoying. Let's have a look at some statistics.
Mitchell team, he's saying Crows are going to win because Tex is back in the team. Ranger King saying, what happened to West Coast? Question mark.
What happened to them?
Done a
Yeah,
bit of video.
early days.
I don't think they're playing
Wow, is it
badly.
almost quarter time already?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Seedsman is on 45 fantasy
Wow.
points at quarter time.
Dang.
No. We've had more inside 50s. They've had 30 more disposals, so they're getting a bit, I think I would want to say uncontested footy. Yeah, they're killing us in the uncontested outside stuff, so yeah, not a great start.
Top 3 possession getters, Seaman, Keeds and Kelly from Adelaide.
Weird, the app. My app actually says it's quarter time already.
So did mine.
Yeah, so I wonder if at quarter time we'll just skip it ahead. I wonder why it's delayed.
Sirens ended.
Yeah. So Tex moves back into equal second on the Coleman count.
Yo, second big
Oh.
soccer.
Oh no.
Is this one going to pay off?
The thing is, I know there's
There
no.
wasn't like a minute left.
Yeah, I was
and,
gonna
my,
say
and my
that.
app said that there was no goal.
Yeah, I was going to say I already know the quarter time score, so far out. I feel like Adelaide and West Coast have played a few good games between them, particularly
Yeah.
this ground. I remember one from 2019. We came back from 6 goals down.
What's going on with Duggan, fellas? Very good start to the year.
He missed about 5 or 6 with a knee.
I kind of feel like I'm still a little bit unsure what position he actually plays.
I think he is a high half back, if that makes sense. I don't think he's a midfielder.
Like, is there any need to play him as a midfielder when you have so many good midfielders?
The only times he's genuinely played midfield is when we've been decimated, which has happened a lot over the last 2 years. Last year, injuries to mids were terrible, and this year it hasn't been much better. I don't think the plan is for him to long-term be a mid, and I hope not really. I think he's a good half-back. He's top 5 in the best and fairest last year, so
It's a good grab from him there.
good player.
Collingwood Carlton's a close one.
Yep, 14 points. So
Yeah. Fuck. Walsh is having a cracking game.
Really?
As always.
20. It's not even the end of third yet. He's got 26 disposals. Fuck.
Wow.
106 fantasy points.
Yeah, true.
Adams is injured
Oh,
for Collingwood.
bit of an El Blowo, as they say in Spain. What did Aaron Hall end up? He was on 127 at 3/4 time.
Oh my god.
He only got 136, so he only scored 9 points in the last quarter, and he got 100.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast.
I have Parrish, he got 128. That's hot. Alright, we'll skip ahead a little bit, because I think we're at least 2 or 3 minutes behind. In fact, how does that happen?
Sometimes when you press pause.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're saying I shouldn't press pause?
No, just press play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
press pause. Sounds like dog journalism. 57 in the chat. Thank you guys. If you could like the stream while you're here, that'd be fantastic. Much appreciated. Thank you for 13k.
Press pause. Dog journalism.
What was the fucking German Shepherd one? And the
German Shepherd one. Did I make one? What was that?
I don't know. That was my favourite one for the last stream I was on.
Oh yeah, look at these sheep. German Shepherd. That's funny. That's cramps.
Yeah, someone was like, my favourite dog, which was like my favourite. I had a German Shepherd, I think it's my favourite, and you're like,
Oh yeah, look at these sheep.
fuck, Hearn's taking some good grabs this game.
Hearn's been probably our best on ground.
who's been Adelaide's best?
Seedsman has 45. He's on 11 touches.
Seadsman.
Schollenberg's at 8 for them, and Jake Kelly. So they make up the top 3 fantasy points. Keys has 9 touches. For us, Cripps has 8. That's surprising. Not usually the sort of guy who gets more than 20 in a game.
But it's
Pretty
just
rare.
show he's putting the effort into.
The work rate's there.
Yeah.
This is a young Adelaide side. I'm looking at his names. So Keys pretty young. Rowe, Jones, all featuring in the disposals pretty strongly. McHenry 5. Darcy Fogarty, of course, playing McPherson, Jordan Butts. We really should be playing. We should be playing like a more seasoned team against.
Interesting.
What am I trying to say here?
Interesting facts. Riley O'Brien's got 8 hit-outs. Tanat Nui's 1.
It seems wrong. He just got one man.
Tanat Nui's 2.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention on.
Oh, that's ball.
Yeah.
Goes out to
Well
Sheed.
done, Elliot. Let's go, Dom.
On the left.
Do you find it
Left,
funny
left.
when the umpires call them by their first name?
Yeah, it is sometimes funny. Not every time though.
Is that on the ball? Why?
Thanks, Tim. Pass that one over.
Yeah. It is funny when they call them their names, but there must be some that they don't know. And you just imagine
Yeah,
just
imagine
coming
if
like
you
a
were
number
like-
17.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like
Thanks,
about
number 12.
Adelaide, isn't there? I'm just watching them spread the ball. They're not a bad side.
They're not at all. Yeah.
It feels like they have quite a good even spread of contributors as well, which I think bodes well generally.
Well, they've beaten some good teams at home this year. They beat Adelaide. They beat Geelong and Melbourne.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, Geelong and Melbourne.
I believe they've beaten more top 8 sides than Port.
They have. Yeah, that's right. 2 versus 1, I think it is.
They've done pretty well with the team they have, I think.
But they haven't necessarily passed the final test of beating West Coast.
McGovern, you reckon he's worth $1.2 million a year?
I don't think he has been worth it since he signed that contract, but it was probably worth it when he signed it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In terms
Great.
of players played, what's he on the
He's
list?
second.
Wow.
Second behind
Buddy.
Buddy, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. If we're
So in comparison to Buddy, yes, he's worth it.
well, Buddy's deal was back-ended, so he's getting paid more now when he's not earning it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid, eh? Oh yeah, because it was an increase.
Yeah.
every year.
Darling has snapped it around his shoulder. That's a
Goal.
goal. Nice.
You have
Well
to
done.
think as well, like that's a lot of money to pay for someone who's already West Australian and was already probably a low chance to leave.
Yeah, I suppose.
You never know though.
Yeah.
I'd say his brother's still pulling more of a daylight robbery than he is.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about, where's Mitch McGovern going to end up?
If we're talking about, I mean, well, like no disrespect to the guy, but if we're talking about the most overpaid players in the league, he pretty much purely got a deal because of his name.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
He might. There's the potential of his brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was decent at Adelaide, but it was like a good quality third tall forward. So, you know, not the sort of play you pay primo for. And Carlton have a bit of a trend of that now, paying big deals for Sard and Williams, and there was a third one. Jack Martin.
Carlton sort of Carlton is similar to Freo in the way that I feel like the I don't know, they've done so much better out of the draft than they have from recruitment,
Yeah.
or trading.
Yeah.
They should just kind of stick to that, I think.
Yeah, although has to be said, the draft hasn't worked out fantastically for them over the last 15 years.
True, but when you think like Cripps, Kerno, McKay,
Yeah.
Walsh,
Yeah, I agree.
Wiedering,
Yep.
like they're all players that were drafted to Carlton
There was a little bit of...
during the recent times.
Yeah, no, I agree. They were all very good pickups. There is definitely a good core there at Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they got something.
Yeah. Cripps lining up for goal. They're still pretty young as well, which people kind of forget. That is a decent kick. Has it got the journey? It has. The Eagles at the front.
Had a good start, Cripps.
Is the flag back on?
Can we talk about Shuey's hairline, please?
It's been an issue for like 10 years.
Have a
eh?
look at it.
Yeah.
I
He's
feel
had
like,
one
is he
that.
only going for the mohawk thing because of it, do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to end up at like a mullet at one stage just because it has to. Like,
Yeah.
his hairline will get pushed all over.
I remember he had like a really bad mohawk for like
Yeah.
one game.
Yeah.
And then he got rid of it.
I think it was I want to say it might have even been the final he kicked after the siren. I could be wrong. It was around that time, and it was horrendous. I hated it, and I love everything Shuey does.
Yeah, it's sort of the same as Fife for me right now.
Yeah.
Like he has a mohawk man bun.
Yeah.
And I'm not that big on it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, each their own.
Yeah.
I'm no bloody You know,
John Travolta.
John. Yeah. I hope. No, definitely not a John Travolta. Oh, what a tap! That is quality.
Eagles have just gained a bit of a leg and look a bit cleaner in the last, first few minutes of this quarter.
Ooh, Crips.
Oh shit! Is that a goal? That is a goal.
Crips.
What a
wow.
ripper! A ripper from Cripper.
So
yeah, the
he's
Eagles
lifted, hasn't he?
He has. In the first 2 minutes of this quarter, this is looking more like West Coast that we've seen at their best this year at times.
Just doing a bit of research, but I've got the top 25 of the salaries this year. AFL.
Oh, sick! Yeah.
So tell me the West Coast players.
Wasn't there an article released last week? How much
just
research did that take?
It's a lot harder than you think.
Alright. Yeah, number one's Buddy. This year's getting 1.45 to 1.5.
So there would have been years in the middle there where he was probably on like 700. But just to deal with
1.5 million right now.
Yeah.
And they haven't won a premiership with it.
True.
No,
No.
it's definitely not.
Well, this is the thing as well. People are saying Buddy's going to hit 1,000 goals and retire, but if his last year of his contract is a minimum 1.5, no way he's going to retire.
Yeah, McGovern 1.2. Third is Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
On exactly the same as McGovern 1.2.
You'll find that Bontempelli is about 9, and I'd say he's the most underpaid player.
Dusty's
Yeah,
probably that.
100%.
You'd say he's worth what he's
Well, because
worth.
then it's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's it. They're the only ones over $1 million.
Right.
Then there's Grundy, Dangerfield, Cripps,
All probably worth it.
Yeah.
Canelio.
Probably not right now.
He's on 900 to 950.
Oh, Cripps.
Oh,
missed.
fuck. He's doing alright today,
He's
isn't
on
he?
fire.
Grundy and Canelio are 2 players that were amazing when they signed those deals and haven't lived up to that since.
Well, this is another number 10, Jeremy Cameron.
Underpaid. But he would have taken a pay cut.
He's 850 grand.
He would have made so much more money if he went to
Stayed.
Collingwood.
Oh,
or
right.
even stayed, yeah.
Yeah.
Trelaw is 11th. He's on 900.
Gee, that's a lot, isn't it?
No
You
wonder.
got to. He's Collingwood are playing pay
And,
that.
all right,
yeah.
listen to the next. Well, 11, 12, and 13 is Adam Trelaw, Rory Sloane, and Isaac Heaney. All in between 800 and 900.
That is overpaying for Heaney.
Yeah.
You can understand Sloane a bit more because he's such a champion leader and Adelaide don't have a lot of other stars to pay.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Then it's
Heaney's
Petraka. Then
underpaid.
on 800. Whitfield on 800. Toby Green on 800.
I think
Yeah.
that's all pretty good, yeah.
Josh Kelly on 800.
Yeah, he's having a good
Probably.
year. Hasn't been good the entire time, but he's probably playing like that now.
Max Gawn on 18 is 18th on 800, and then
Under.
ready,
Probably.
19 and 20, both on 800 grand. Brad Hill and Joe Danaher.
Oof. That's
Brad Hill.
disgusting.
Another player who signed that deal when he was playing really good footy.
Even Danaher's not worth being 20th most paid in the
Yeah,
league.
no
no,
way.
it's not.
800k.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah,
it,
they've
is
been
this a new
almost
deal for him as well?
This
It
is
was the Brisbane deal. So
Oh my god.
Then it's
No wonder he's bloody loving life.
Tom Mitchell, Ollie Wines, and then here we go. Zach Williams, 23, $775,000.
Gee, Ollie Wines is a player that's probably underpaid based on his
Yeah,
output this year.
especially this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then O'Meara, and then Wittering,
Overpaid.
and then Wittering.
I mean, he's been alright this year, but
I
yeah,
think.
he hasn't been. He's been alright. He's not all Australian quality at the moment though.
I feel like he's definitely not the player Hawks would have hoped.
No, I agree with that. I agree. He's just a solid B grader, B plus even.
Wittering's worth it. That's 800 grand a year.
I mean, like, he's getting paid a lot.
25th best player in the league.
It's like he's getting paid a lot earlier, but I feel like I've no doubt he's going to be at least that quality.
So you look at that, Carlton's got
Yeah.
2 really high paid players in Wittering and Cripps. I imagine Walsh is going to get a big pay rise next time he comes around. How much money they're going to
Yeah.
That makes me think, geez, Chera is a lot on 700.
Yeah.
To list him amongst those players.
And you think about as well,
Oh, that's got to be a kick.
GWS has got 4 players on that list.
Yeah. Keys lining up to cut the margin, and that is a good kick. He's nailed that. 7 points of margin. Good game of footy, good standard, I think. I think the Eagles were playing really well there for a 5-minute patch, and then Adelaide get the response.
Keys has a bit of the JT goatee about him.
Yeah, he does. Jesse Thomas. Hearing some of those names would make me feel better about chucking more dollars at Chera, says Busher.
Chucking more dollars.
Yeah.
Oh. 700's a lot for Chera. I think if you have a look at his actual output,
Like you'd expect Brayshaw should be paid
More.
a fair bit more.
The funny thing as well, that's top 25 and not every team's represented in that either.
Even-
Gold Coast doesn't have a player.
I think Sean Darcy, you'd say, deserves more than Chera.
Yeah, fair enough.
Even Sarong's not far off Chera, I don't think.
Heath says no more fucking dog puns, Jesse. I've made one before.
Dog.
Oh, that's a rough call.
Well, go on, throw on the bone.
Rough call. No? Nice.
Mate, you're going to be in the kennel if you keep going with those dog puns.
In the doghouse. Oh, yes, come on, Cole. Oh, cruel by the bounce. He's done well, though. 2-on-1. The Eagles still get the ball. Well done. Oh, that's a hot kick from Shuey. The sort of drop punt that would hurt to catch.
The Eagles are raising the bar here.
Yeah, they are.
They haven't raised the ceiling, they've raised the roof. That was a stretch, wasn't it?
That's the
that was a good one.
That was the lead.
That's good.
The Eagles are in the lead. Lead? Dogs?
Oh, lead, yes. Joyce's is better.
Yeah, it was. That was outstanding. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Not raising the ceiling, right?
Oh, good play, Rotherham. Having a good year, isn't he? He's one of the highlights of this year.
Got dropped for
Yeah.
literally no reason.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone did. Everyone was like, of all the players to drop, Rotherham's been a star.
He has
right
one of our best
yeah.
defenders.
I think it must be accountability because I think in terms of like his man might be like defensively he must be not doing something. There's stuff that you can't notice on TV, but with the ball he's really assured and really good.
Yeah, you can never know these things. It could be just putting in lack of effort and training for a month or
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
millions of things.
Ben Keys looks like the Pidgeot Pokemon. Let me find that out. Eagles go inside 50. Ryan's had a
that's a
quiet
great
little
grab.
period. Oh, not paid the mark. Fair enough. Oh my god, that is a great call. He does look like that. Ben Keys.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. You know what? As you said it, that like I was like, that seems familiar to me.
It's a Pokemon.
Yeah. No.
Wait a minute. Is the Pidgeot Pokemon a
Super duper is an ice.
Pokemon?
Yes, we are aware that the Super Duper is a nice pop. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a fucking great call. That and Kid Leroy, two great calls.
I wish I had Kid Leroy's money.
Heath says this stream's going to the dogs.
This stream's gone to the dogs. Or...
Nice. Oh, please. How
No,
about stand is harder than that? That's a good grab. I think he might have just turfed it. Shuey gets the things up. Wow, Blues are getting some questionable calls, says Ken. You obviously can't see that game at the moment, but they're getting
It's only 1 point
One
difference.
point in the margin. That's interesting.
How long have we got to go in that game? Oh, it's called for about 20 minutes left.
Mitchy Buttsworth in the chat, welcome mate. He says, who do you think are the best captains in the AFL based on not just leading the team, but what they contribute each week?
They're really two different things, aren't they?
Yeah, two very different
definitely.
metrics. I think Sloan, in making their mark, was very impressive as a captain.
What about in terms of
He's
contribution?
still captain, isn't he? Yeah, in terms
among the other captains, he's
of...
probably one of the lesser ones.
Yeah,
would you say?
we need to
Concussion,
think
probably?
about that. Yeah.
Definitely, he's...
I mean, he averages like 18 disposals a game. So...
Again, he's more about building that culture.
Yeah, I agree. Is that what he means by contributing each week, though? Like, what does he mean?
I think he might mean like
performance.
Disposal,
Yeah.
output versus
Output, yeah, okay.
Who's the best?
Joel Selwood's going to be a good captain
terms
as
of-
far as leadership goes.
I mean, Fife as a player, is there a better captain as an actual player? Oh, is Bont the captain? Okay, Bont's the number one for me.
Yeah,
Bond.
I agree.
Cripps, you feel like would be a good leader, but he obviously isn't matching it with his performance yet.
I feel like Fife, we haven't really seen him like really excel as like a leader yet.
Yeah.
Enough to put him in.
Yeah. It is a hard thing to measure.
Bond a little bit as well, but I mean,
That's
like you
true.
said, it's very hard.
That's true.
It's like you can only the best time to excel as a leader is when your football club has really gone to shit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why one of the reasons everyone, you know what I mean, loves Sloan and Tex Walker at the moment.
Yeah. Oh shit. Adelaide going to get a shot on goal for a 50-metre penalty here. Who was it?
Max Swan's got good output.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's true,
definitely. I might have him as my level one actually.
Yeah.
The
With Bond though,
rest of them you can't see them, and they're more. You can tell they're just there for. Well, not just for leadership. They're obviously great players.
I think
but-
Hearn's very good captain.
Shuey's captain.
Shoes
That's right.
Yeah, but Shuey's been absent for the best part of most of that captaincy because he's had like soft tissue injuries. Hasn't played a lot of footy as captain. But yeah, Hearn was a good solid captain.
Highest cards on all level. Walsh has had 30 disposals.
Walsh would be the best player in the league.
Yes.
Just about. Yeah, I reckon. Just about right. Could he be a sneaky Brownlow chance? Same what?
I don't think so.
Do you reckon he's the best number one pick in recent memory?
Who was...
Is he clearly going to be
He's-
better than
he's
Rao?
better than-
Probably.
bet- Well, he's better than Real at the moment. He's better than
Definitely.
Rayner at the moment.
Definitely.
He's... Who was the...
Yeah,
Toronto year?
McGrath?
He's better than McGrath at the moment.
Yeah.
Just to come out and just have, even last year, like he wasn't
What about
fantastic, but he's still a great contributor. Like first year out.
What about Whitfield? It's hard to compare because Walsh is much younger, so we're kind of comparing apples and oranges. Whitfield's had a chance.
I mean, if you looked,
at,
I think if you looked at him at their like 2 years in,
shit.
at the number one picks 2 years into their career.
No, for sure.
I
I
think
can't imagine that
Walsh
anyone-
is...
Walsh is almost the best like
I-
third-year player.
I love
for a
Whitfield,
while.
but the amount Walsh brings to Carlton, even from like a leadership point, which is ridiculous for like a 20-year-old.
Push him off the ball.
Yeah.
Like Walsh is almost already like the heart and soul of Carlton, and he's like 20.
Yeah.
That is
Well, Judd was like that. Judd won the
Ridiculous.
Brownlow in his third year, which is what
22, wasn't he?
Yeah, 20.
20. That is insane.
Yeah, he was premiership captain at 22, which people find hard to believe because he looked like a 30 when he lifted
Yeah,
the
he
trophy.
did.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he was actually that.
Yeah, in my mind's eye, I'm picturing a 30-year-old man, but it was 22. Yeah. Oh,
So I
that is
swear,
fucking
Well, because he was only, how old was he when he went to Carlton? He was still not, he wasn't even that old.
24.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
thought he was
people's
like
prime.
27 or 28.
You think he...
Well, your prime
the
was-
trade seems like a very obvious thing for Carlton to do at the time. Because you're like, he's 24, he's probably in his prime, maybe not even yet. How good can he get?
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, Kennedy had played one okay like season.
yeah,
so-
20 games or something. Yeah.
I mean, fucking, it's like the equivalent now of getting like, I don't know, Sam Walsh for who's like a, I don't know, who's
fuck.
who's the guy that Adelaide had? Tilthorpe or something.
Tilthorpe,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can't really
Yeah.
blame Carlton.
Tilthorpe and a couple of draft picks for
Yeah.
like Sam Walsh. As well.
Yeah.
Like, Tilthorpe will probably be fucking good.
But you'd think if you were getting Sam Walsh, you'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck, we're set.
It'd be Tilthorpe pick 3 and 20. That's a pretty generous offer though.
Yeah.
But also you think Walsh, you're like, that midfield's set for a long time.
This will cut the margin down to 1 point. And Fogarty
nailed it.
kicked surely. He's a good kick on goal, Fogarty. So we're back to 1 point, and this is a very even game. Heath says, Walsh and Wittering, a great debate. Both gun number... Oh, okay, we missed Wittering and all that.
I still have Walsh above Wiedering.
Yeah, tough one.
You think
I
Wiedering's
don't-
better number one than Walsh?
I don't think it's obvious. I don't think it's super obvious. Wittering is a very, very good player.
No.
So,
I think Walsh
I think
every
you're
game.
right. If you asked all the AFL teams who that's right,
Yeah.
that'd probably
Yeah.
yes, although Wiedering's more likely to be an All-Australian this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's based on, I
Different
feel like,
positions,
positions.
Yeah, it is different. I don't know. I don't think it's that obvious.
Walsh is literally competing with the best players
Yeah.
in the competition. Like,
Well,
the
Wittering.
best players generally play midfield, don't they?
Oh, I
Generally.
don't know. Wiedering's competing with the best centre-half backs and full-backs in the league as well.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the Brownlow every year. Top 30, how many of them are midfielders? Probably like 25 or...
I get what you're saying. I mean, this because the Brownlow is a bit of a midfielders award. I don't know that accurately reflects I don't think it means that the defenders aren't as good because they're not getting votes.
It's just not as obvious.
I'm not saying Wiedering either,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying I don't think it's super obvious. A key back like Wiedering
I
is
think
very hard to turn down. Wasn't confident there, Langdon.
No.
Oh my god, what the fuck? How do you, that's pathetic.
Well, it's unlucky.
Playing
Well, he did 2 in a row there, which is making me more frustrated. But
it's just cost.
he had plenty of time to get that on his boot correct.
Yeah.
That's poor.
Oh, he's played on. He's played on.
That's poor.
Yeah, that's ball. Gotta be.
I'm also very questioning.
Seems like
What's he
wow.
complaining
Why?
about?
Well, because I played on.
Yeah.
I'm also questioning why Langdon, who's in the side as a small forward, when he crumped,
just turn
had
and
a
kick a goal.
good shot at the goals and turned around inboard. And
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Gaff should have nailed the kick as well. But yeah.
Langdon was actually not too bad last week, though, wasn't he? In a losing side.
Yeah, I think he still only had about 9 touches though.
I mean, he's small forward, though. You can have a pretty good impact with 9 touches.
Yeah, kick one. He kicked one.
One, yeah.
I mean, it was one of those things where, like, yes, he probably played his best game, but the bar is very low. He's also about 25 too.
Huh?
He's also about 25 too, so
Yeah.
it's not like a.
No.
It's not like
It's
a
not like
young
he's got
talent.
time to.
Yeah. Not the biggest fan of Langdon's football ability.
Ball.
Langdon can't even kick 40 metres, eh? It's ridiculous.
We did miss Yo earlier in the year just with that
Yeah.
pressure.
I agree. Important player.
Best tackler in the comp, you reckon?
Jack Steele is another one who will probably have
Yeah,
a strong claim
Steele's
to
been a
that.
fucking weapon.
Yeah, but when Yo's playing full seasons and that, I think he's probably up there around that mark. I think it was only 20. Was it 2020 that they were like 1 and 2 in tackles? I think
Yeah.
Yo and Steele. So is it Toot Miller? Doesn't he rack up a few tackles as well?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's been a fucking disposal machine though lately. Took Miller's going to be one of the top mids as well.
People are saying Walsh just kicked an insane goal. Wow, they're 19 points in front now. Fuck, that's shit for my tipping.
I might watch this
Did you
Walsh
go?
goal.
Yeah, do it.
Did you tip Magpies?
I did. Oh, Gaff, come on, mate.
Fuck. Yeah, he's just not. He hasn't got the same
Yeah.
go anymore.
He
does
doesn't. Even the disposal, like,
Go. Oh, Langdon.
Oh, he's done that.
That's
He
high.
did alright there.
like disposal is not something that should really get worse with age. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason.
You think it'd almost get better because you got the
Yeah.
experience. You can just like reactionary.
Oh, who got a free kick here?
Langdon
No,
did.
no stoppage.
You'd think in a position like this.
Oh, Yo, he's got the
Yes.
goal. That's a great stoppage goal from Yo there.
Good stuff. Big
But
booze from
they're
the
not
crowd.
happy.
Carl's are up by like 20 points.
Yeah. This is a decent game of footy, I think. In terms of, it's just competitive.
Gaff's just been full of junk disposals today, really. Gaff's on the most disposals in the game, 16.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed him, mate.
Tied with Seaman. He
Yeah.
hasn't had any impact at all.
Yeah. He's had 2 howler kicks as well, which is really annoying. But people are asking who's your Brownlow medalist at this point. Scary says mine would be the Bont. I would probably double down on that. I think he's been the best player this year. Ollie Wines is creeping up in the rankings.
Wines has been good.
Clayton Oliver.
It'll be interesting to see because I think there's been a lot of, with all the injuries coming in and out and everything, there's going to be a lot of late season vote stealing.
Yeah, potentially. Crows win the next centre bounce. It's a very even game, I think, in a lot of senses. Oh,
that was
okay.
very risky kick.
Credit to him though, he pulled it off. Edwards finding a little bit of footy. Another man who's going to lose all that hair within 2 seasons, I reckon.
What's up with us picking people with receding hairlines?
Yeah, mate, they're just alphas. It's to do with testosterone, the losing your hair.
Right.
Too much testosterone?
Yeah, it's not
Is
strictly
that why all of
testosterone.
us had a full head?
Yeah, it probably is. No, but it's
Damn,
not,
I got no testosterone.
I forget what it's called, but it's something that's related to having a lot of testosterone.
Estrogen.
Well, here's the Walsh
And
goal.
you also find that their legs are hairier. leaning forward so much. Oh, nice. Oh, off balance.
Yeah,
Did
that's
not
a
hit
good
the
kick.
like. It didn't hit his boot. Sweet. He still managed to.
I reckon, honestly, think Walsh could win the Brownlow this year.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
you'd have to go with Bont though, surely.
I think. Yeah.
I never liked picking the favourite.
Yeah.
I mean, Bont. He's.
You think with the amount of games Melbourne's won as well, they'd surely have someone up there?
You have Petrarca and Oliver and Gawn potentially stealing votes. Gawn won't steal a lot, but he will still feature. Bont has McRae to worry about,
Yeah.
but he's comfortably a better player than McRae. So,
Especially with Dunkley out most of the season.
yeah, Trill's missed a bit of footy. Adelaide bringing a good contest to this game after a really poor performance last week. They are.
I do think McRae's going to steal votes from Bont,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah. Wines has Boak. I suppose all of those contenders do have someone that will steal. And that's what was working for Walsh. I don't think he's been on the level of those guys, any of them, but I do think he's probably got the least competition for votes in that Carlton team. But they also haven't won a lot of games. That's a flower bag.
I mean, how many games did Freo win when 5-1?
I mean,
But
five
he was
comfortably better than
yeah.
Walsh. Yeah. Good keep, well done.
The funny one will be teams like Geelong and Brisbane that are sitting like won quite a few games but don't overly have just one standout.
No, they don't.
If you had to pick
Well, I mean, you got like Danger and Neil and stuff in there, but they've missed big
I
portions.
think Geelong are a very good chance to win the premiership this year.
Geelong,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
I honestly think Geelong will
At their
win.
best, they are bloody good.
I agree.
They've just got this like, especially their experience, they're just late season finals
Yeah,
gusto.
you do get the sense they're priming themselves for finals because they've played some good footy. They did just get touched up by Brisbane. And Brisbane are the funny one here where they're 5th at the moment and they could find it very hard to get back in. And I think they're good enough to contend for the flag, but I don't reckon they can
do a whole
fifth.
finals run.
I don't think that
From 5th.
they can't do
Yeah.
it without home finals. I don't
Exactly.
think.
Well, yeah. So they've played 4 home finals in the last 2 years and just one of them. I haven't played an away final with this group yet. So
Just to make them dangerous for years to come because they're just getting more and more in finals experience.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But Brisbane,
You've
will
got to
probably, Brisbane
take
will probably be like, they'll get to the semi-finals. And
I feel like
maybe.
you have to take advantage as well. It's like how many times do we say, "Oh, this team's won a premiership or doing super well and they're young," and they
they
don't.
just don't get there.
Yeah,
Don't go
like we
anywhere.
said that
Yeah.
about. I know Bulldogs were amazing this year, but we thought there was going to be a dynasty. Said about Collingwood in 2010.
Yeah, I mean, well, Bulldogs are better now than they did the premiership.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
They're just like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But they also did pull off a miracle and come from 8th, so.
Damn.
O'Brien's having a good game here. I
He
think
is,
he's
yeah.
fairly comfortably toweling up Nick Nat.
It's good for my fantasy team. Yeah, again, O'Brien 32 fantasy points to Nat Mills 14.
Mitchie's off. Thanks, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Busher nominates Parrish. He reckons he needs more consideration. That's probably true. He's won 2 medals this year in games that they've lost comfortably, which is outstanding.
Yeah.
He's played some very good games. He's
Yeah.
also had some kind of quieter games, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been very on and off. Like, all of a sudden you'll see him and he'll kill it, and then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great kick.
That is an incredible goal. Holy fuck, Darcy Fogarty.
It's good Biddy. Becoming your Fogarty.
Yeah. Mind
Or am I barking up the wrong tree?
Ah!
he's kicked 5 against us before.
He was really on the tail end of that one, wasn't he?
Yeah. Just came to me. Thought I'd just run with it.
Yeah, gee, Adelaide are playing a real dogged style.
Well, speaking of final footy, you know what they say? It's a dog eat dog world. But look, it could be anyone that wins finals, you know? Every dog's has a day. I had it all prepped in my head and everything.
Oh, I forgot one that in the works, but I've got a half baked.
Darcy
I need
Doggedy.
Oh, I've got one that's in the works.
got one in the works.
How many goals? So we've got 4 goals.
Shut up, where's the goal?
We've got 4 goals at halftime, right? How many do you predict will be finishing on? 8? K9. That was a fucking absolute stretch. Oh, that is an amazing kick. Petricelli, he has done very well there with an average kick on his opposite. Oh, Williams making the contest.
Williams going for a screamer from like 3 rows back there. I like it though.
That was 3 rows back.
It's good to watch.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Okay, 9 rows back. 3 was too short, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just been
Ryan.
smashed over Ryan. Do something with that.
Okay, 15 seconds to go. There's a stoppage, so there'll be a short pause. But we started a pause.
Really hope the Eagles win this. I really hope the dog days are over.
You can't just keep throwing dog in there. Philly tries to win the clearance. A blind handball from Nat Nui trying to inspire something, but that is likely going to be... Oh! West! Here comes the man in black.
No.
Wait, no, Wild Wild West. I thought my brain went to Will Smith. Fuck, that sucks, dude. I was like, there's a Will Smith joke here or something.
Daff has 18 disposals. They got him on a long leash at the moment.
Oh, that's quality. Let us know in the chat what you think of our jokes.
They really got a collar in the second half.
Oh, God.
They really got to put a cone around his head to stop him licking his balls, am I right?
But, who do you think's going to be the permanent Collingwood coach? I hear that Mark Williams has been vetted.
Vetted? That's just been reviewed?
I don't know actually 100% the right way to use it. I was just hoping you would roll with it.
Sorry. I should have backed you up a bit more.
I don't know, yeah. Let us know in the chat what you think of the game so far. The chat's kind of paused for me. No pun intended there, lads. 43 in the chat though. Thanks guys. If you could like the stream, that would be el mucho apreciato, as they say in Portugal. We're up to how many likes? We're up to 40 likes.
Fun as well. Portugal.
No. Yeah. Carlton score 5 straight goals in the 4th. Wow. My tipping has been absolutely Darren Glassed today.
Damn.
You mean Darren asked?
The GL is silent. Boys, could you hold the stream for a couple of minutes? I might have a sweet date with Lady Nicotine. Sure. Thanks, guys. Don't smoke, kids. Keep talking.
So football, eh?
Yeah. We're on an ad break, guys.
Is Collingwood Carlton finished?
I don't know, but Carlton were going to win.
Yes, it has not. 2 minutes left. Carlton up by 25.
The Pies have really had a disappointing season, haven't they? It
Yeah.
doesn't get much worse than your coach
totally.
getting sacked. What are they on the ladder there? 15th. If Adelaide win today, they'll jump them.
Yeah.
So Pies will go to 16th if Adelaide win this.
What do you reckon of Bucks leaving?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was a good idea to get rid of him and Eddie at the same time. I kind of feel like a fresh start isn't such a bad thing.
I was just like, are you sure that hit-out count was right? Because Nat Nui's winning the hit-outs.
No, now it is.
Really? He's that far behind at first. That seems wild.
Yeah, he must have got every single...
To be fair though, he spends a lot less TOG, so there might have been a lot of Williams contests there.
What's that?
It's 14 to
less
12.
DOG.
Come on, that was good.
Yeah, that's right.
You seem mad about it. Let me check the old battery situation here. 39%. Let me just plug her in. Boys, Why don't you give the group your top 8 predictions?
Ooh. Top 8 predictions.
I think Bombers will make it.
You reckon Bombers will make it?
Yeah, I like Bombers at the moment.
I think Swans will make it as well, to tell you the truth.
Swans will make it.
They've just been playing some really good footy.
And I'm torn on Eagles or Saints. I think one of those two.
Eagles or Saints?
Yeah.
Over Freo?
Yeah, Freo won't.
Richmond? Dusty's going to be out for a little while.
Yeah,
the whole
for the season.
Yeah.
But
So
I mean,
kidney damage
they
as
still won, didn't they? Like, that's a good victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'll go Richmond.
Over who?
Man.
Well, because you're going to have, it's obviously going to be D's, Dogs, Port, Brisbane,
Yeah.
and
Swans will make it, I think.
Swans.
Yeah. So it's kind of between Bombers, Saints, Eagles. Bombers, Saints, Eagles, Richmond. I mean, Richmond beating Lions that's a good win, isn't it? Like, you can't really argue with that.
Saints. Giants. Could be in with a sniff.
Giants.
With a late
They
season
played
run.
today, right?
Yeah, they've got
Sydney, the Sydney Derby, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
So
that's a huge
that'll be
game.
telling. That'll be
That's
telling.
a big game. If Sydney win that, I think they're just about locks, right? There'll be 2 games.
Yeah. Gandhi has denounced. She said Bombers and Saints for him.
Bombers and Saints. Yeah, Bombers have been very good in the last month.
They've got such a good midfield as well.
Yeah,
Their midfield.
they're young too. I think good things coming from the Bombers.
Someone called True Footy has said Richmond make it.
Richmond make it.
Oh, there he is. Well, that guy.
Yeah, Richmond. Yeah, probably.
All right. So the 8 will be Melbourne, Bulldogs, Geelong, Port Adelaide, Brisbane, Swans, Eagles, Essendon, Richmond, Giants.
This is a big top 8.
I was reading something where I can't remember who it was talking about getting rid of the top 8. What would you think about that?
No, and making
And
it
doing
what?
so top 4 get in, and then the rest is round robin between the top 12.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah. No, I think the 8's okay.
Yeah.
Do you like the finals? Like, say, compared to like a Premier League kind of
Yeah,
setup?
I do. I don't like the Premier League, the way it finishes generally.
It's
That's
very-
why I prefer
I
the
find it
Champions
very
League.
anticlimactic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I prefer the Champions League. I mean, the Premier League, like, it's amazing if they have like a thing like Man City when they won.
Yeah.
But like the chances of 2 teams being on the same amount of points coming down to the last game of the season, yeah, and then versing each other is like I don't think it's ever happened in the Premier League.
Yeah. No. Well, NBA this year they just went to a wild card system.
Oh, it did that?
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's 8. I don't know. It's top 6 are in, but 7, 8, 9, and 10 have to play for a space. So that
I
final
think that's
space.
ridiculous. Like, why? And there's no benefit for finishing 7th as opposed to 9th or 10th, is there?
No.
I presume 7th and 8th get the home.
But see, the probably difference with them is they got fucking 32 teams in the league.
Yeah.
So, whereas for 20 for us, it's actually not that much.
I'm actually generally not really a fan of American sports, to be honest.
No.
I don't know. Doesn't really do it for me.
No, that's fair. Gamer Sings 370. Regan's Richmond will be 9th. Freo 8th. Saints 7th. Eagles 6th. And then Brisbane Power Geelong.
Freo 8th. No, Freo is
How fucking good would like a Optus final Freo Eagles be?
so good.
Oh, God.
If like, I feel like even though we've lost like what the last 10 or 11 derbies, if we like knocked you out in like a final,
It'd be
like,
game over. You wouldn't.
that would sort of like make up for all those derbies. Wouldn't it's going to happen one day.
It has to.
Yeah.
We've already gone fucking
Yeah.
over 20 years and no final against each other.
Yeah, I think Bombers will make it. Just looking at the ladder, they got the best percentage out of those teams fighting for it.
Yeah, 104.
I'm going to say Essendon and Richmond are going to be 7th and 8th.
Essendon and
West Coast are going to miss.
We're going to miss.
Yep.
So you're going to reckon it stays as the top 6 stays as it is? And
I think top 8's going to stay as it is. Yeah. But who knows?
Yeah.
Richmond still have Freo, North Melbourne and Hawthorn to come.
Yeah.
So 3 games they're probably going to win. And then they've also got GWS and Geelong. GWS is definitely winnable for them.
Yeah.
Geelong, I'd say they'd probably lose, but I would tip them in 4 out of 5 of those games.
If you look at Eagles' run, next week it's the Saints at home.
Yeah.
Then Collingwood at the G.
Melbourne,
Melbourne.
Freo, Brisbane. So that's a
That's a fucking rough run.
yeah, the last 3 is pretty rough. Bombers have got GWS, Sydney Bulldogs. That's tough, but then they got Gold Coast, Collingwood.
Yeah.
It's
Shit.
tight, isn't it?
Fuck, that Freo Eagles game is going to be big. The next derby.
Yeah. I can't see us making 8, but if we
Because who have you got? You got Swans,
Swans,
which would be hard.
Richmond,
Yeah.
Lions, you guys, Saints.
Yeah, that's
No
a rough,
chance.
That's a rough one.
No chance.
What about Richmond though?
I reckon they'll win 4 out of 5 of those.
Yeah, fuck. Richmond's got Cats next week. Then then you, and then North Melbourne. Oh, Richmond could do it here. Giants.
Everyone thought the top 8 was set like what 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Fucking Tigers got an easy run home.
Yeah, Tigers will get there.
Apart from Geelong next week and maybe you,
Yeah.
like Doctors.
Oh, they'll still beat us, I'm sure.
But no Dusty. How does that play into it?
They did
Doesn't
it.
matter
They
that
still
much.
did it, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, although Rewalt kicked 6 goals. Do they need
Don't need him on, yeah.
He played his 300s. And speaking of
Oh,
players,
shit.
he's been an absolute gun, hasn't he?
So something's just come out. Jared Waitley said chaos ahead of Sydney Derby. 14 Giants and 6 Swan players and staff now tier 2. Must isolate immediately. Can't participate in game matches proceeding.
What?
They have to update their teams.
You're joking. 14 Giants.
Yep.
Fuck.
That's players and staff, so I don't know how many
Wow.
players that'll be, but that could be crucial. Fuck. So they're gonna have to update teams before the game starts, which is in 20 minutes.
Fuck.
Shit. Could be a different game here for Swans Giants. Yeah, someone just said in the comments thoughts on the Sydney Derby chaos.
That's incredible. Yeah, I just saw your photo.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, we were thinking City were going to win that anyway. Giants have 14.
But it's players and staff, so I don't know how much. It could just be one player that, I don't know, someone I don't fucking know, or it could be...
Was it Cunnington that didn't play for North today?
Yes.
I could be... Was that COVID
Yeah.
related?
No, I think that was personal issues.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
not a fly.
We're about to talk about it here.
Okay. That's huge. And GWS are the other wild card in this finals race as well. There you go. So
9 Giants players.
9 Giants players and 6 Swans players isolating.
Toby Green and Callum Mills are missing.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Which one do you have?
Mills.
Oh, he's like a good 100 a game
He
player.
was
as
gonna
well.
fucking win me this game. Is that what you, where did you see that?
My mate just messaged me.
Fuck.
Oh man, that's huge. And the Giants are still well in the hunt for finals as well.
Oh, I don't even know if I have a fucking defence emergency.
That's insane. Is that the game?
I actually don't. I don't have a defender emergency
Yeah.
either.
The game's at Metricon, hey. It starts in about 15 minutes. That's fascinating. It's definitely the biggest impact COVID's ever had on the AFL in that sense. With a player, with half a team missing right before a game. you go. I mean, one thing to consider is how many best 22 players does it include, because the 9 Giants players could be their entire list that was flying over.
Exactly.
It could be. Because you'd think that...
Well, their whole list is with them because they're not in.
Yes.
Or the
It'd be
majority
interesting,
of the list.
interesting to know if they're our best 22 and you end up just feeling like a fucking reserves team.
Like the Bombers did. Like,
Yeah.
For a few games. That's
Incredible news that's just broken.
What breaking news? Only here on True Footy.
Yeah.
You'd be ropeable, wouldn't you, if you're like you're
Yeah.
like imagine you're a Swans fan.
But it's 2 weeks isolation.
Yeah, until they return a negative result, hopefully. Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've got Swans next week.
Oh, lucky.
We'll still
We got Saints next week, eh?
We have the Saints, and that could be that would be a hugely pivotal game for the final 8 as well. We have to win this for that to be relevant, though.
Jeez.
Although it's still big for St Kilda regardless. I'd be fancying the Saints in that game.
Against you guys?
Yep, definitely.
Probably. Yep.
I'm not too bad about what we've seen so far. If we play like this the entire game, we lose by a point.
I'll be pissed.
It would be the least mad I've been over the last 4 games. Which just shows how
You've got to win.
sad. Yeah, I know, but
You know what I mean?
I was-
Adelaide at 15.
Heath
Yeah.
Sheen in the comments
I
said,
know.
said
But
9 players, Green, all 9 players and staff, 2 players from GWS, Green and DeBoer.
Yeah, right. Pretty big outs. De Boer's
And 3 Swans, Mills, Rivalry and Cunningham.
Yeah, okay. That's a 2 bit more replaceable than Mills.
Yeah, isolate to negative results.
It's also relevant the staff, like what kind of staff are isolating, because you probably can't replace them depending on what their role is.
Wow, water boys are out.
That'd be a bit of a blow. Surely. I'm sure you can replace
Could be
them.
Yeah,
You just put it like a reserve.
Yeah, imagine if it's mind you, if it was the coach, you'd have heard about it by now. But
The whole coaching staff's out.
Gonna have to quarantine in the kennel.
yeah,
Does COVID affect the throat at all?
yeah, sore throat.
Does it make your voice a little bit husky?
Or something.
What a dog pun!
A bit husky, yeah. Man, it'd be huge if the Giants could somehow retrieve the 4 points. It'd be a golden opportunity.
I think they
Yeah,
definitely could.
Mills has just become a red dot on my fantasy.
Yeah. Did anyone get my joke?
I wasn't listening.
I said golden opportunity retrieve.
Yeah. No, there's no raising the
Welcome back to True Laundry, starring Dylan. How are we?
Yes, good.
Yeah, True Laundry.
Sunday afternoon, go do my chores.
Yeah. I haven't touched my laundry in over a week. I need to do that too. Good content.
Laundry stops for no show.
It's a big game for the Swans because this actually puts them level on points with Brisbane if they win, which is huge. It's actually more significant for Brisbane in a way. But that top 4 race is still within reach. Huntsman says, "Mullet boy, I love you." Thank you. I love you too, Huntsman.
Mullet boy.
Yeah.
Huntsman.
He says a run up to the dog pun. Yeah. Bit of a setup there.
Golden retrieve me.
60 in the chat. Thanks, guys. If you could like the stream, that would be very helpful for algorithmic reasons.
Fuck, Sam Walsh finished on 152.
Algorithm of the night. Sam Walsh, 162.
152.
Oh, wow. That's enormous.
Someone in good form lately is DeGoey.
Yeah.
Picked him up. Got 120 again today.
Yeah, good pick up.
He's just getting his 3 games in to justify that contract of his.
Are we still talking about Doggoey?
Oh wow.
DeGoey.
What's Dash Hound?
Your jokes are turning me on. I'm getting a little staffy.
People on the other end of this live stream can't be laughing at these.
Ah.
Must be 3 clapping themselves.
A couple extra likes on the stream, I reckon.
Like it if you're not laughing.
Huntsman says that's enormous. Sounds like my ex. What?
Was his ex a spider?
What?
Huntsman. Yeah.
Oh. Cooper G has dropped $3. Thank you so much. You're a legend.
Thanks, Cooper.
That's because of the dog puns.
Yeah, there we go. He says, "G'day, how are we feeling about the game so far?" I am relatively satisfied, but I was relatively satisfied, sorry about that, relatively satisfied with halftime versus North as well. So it's all about...
I honestly think they're playing shit. Or as,
or
as some people say, poo. Dog.
We've hit a new low. That was awful. Huntsman says his shepherd's background German. That's good. That's good. Well played.
West Coast Beagles.
That's in the waffle. We call them the Beagles.
Nice.
Hey. And Adelaide.
Trying to think of dog breeds.
Yeah, I've never owned a dog, so my dog knowledge is very limited.
Remember Catman, aren't you?
Yeah, Catman do.
Oh, it's Catman.
Oh, it's a good song.
You missed a good one. I said, who's going to be the next Collingwood coach? I believe Mark Williams has been vetted.
Oh, I thought you were about to talk about Nathan Barkley.
68 in the chat. Thank you guys. Hit like if you can. Appreciate it. One off the magic number.
68? No, wait, 60k 9.
Can't reuse my golden retriever.
Where's Shui from?
You know what? I don't know. Is this a joke? Oh, your heritage?
I'm trying to get to one.
I don't know. Like,
He's Victorian though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've set up my next one. Wait till it pops up.
Shuey could be a German name if it was SH, but I think, I don't know, I guess he's kind of like Irishy, I'd guess. I don't know.
Nick Del Santo's commentating in this game, hey?
Yes.
Do you know he's from Queensland?
Queensland.
Yeah, he's from Queensland.
Is he?
Suburb.
Oh, yeah, he is actually, isn't he?
Is he? Used to play junior footy for Labrador.
I don't know who that team
That's
is.
a Queensland footy team.
Labrador?
Yeah.
They're actually called Labrador?
Yeah.
No, that's funny.
Damn.
Is he actually a Queensland?
Shout out to my... Yeah, he is. I think he played for Gold... he's from the Gold Coast, I think.
Oh, really?
I think he grew up playing rugby league.
Huh.
What? Really?
Fun fact.
Nick Del Santo? Wow.
I'm still scanning everything for a pun.
Yeah, me too.
He's not even commentating. Liam Ryan lining up for goal to bring the margin to 8. Oh, that's going to struggle to score at all. In fact, it is touched over the line.
Scored 1 point from that one.
A real dog act. What breed is your dog, Joyce? I need inspiration.
A cavoodle.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Don't we saw that at Bunnings?
Yeah. Hearn, he's in my fantasy team as well, I just remembered. So he's on 60 at half time. I'm happy with that. Williams can't quite get Smith.
Oh, bump off.
Adelaide pressure's been pretty good today. They've been hounding the ball carrier.
One thing Adelaide
Come
don't
on,
do
guys.
is they don't roll over.
Yeah.
Well played.
Oh, really grab him around the collar then.
Yeah. Played for that, played dead.
Our views are plummeting.
Guys, if you want to donate, it's $1 a pun from now on.
Yeah.
If you'd want to do something more entertaining, just go to the zoo. But not the Perth one, it's a shit zoo.
Like, they don't have dogs at the zoo, do they?
If I had £1 for every joke today. Cripps, that is a very good crumbing goal. That is a very good goal on his opposite foot. He's having a great game today, Cripper.
BOG, probably.
Yeah, for the Eagles anyway.
For the Beagles.
Yeah. That's a good goal. Is that a couple? No, 3 for Cripps, eh?
I refuse to believe Nat Nui tapped that deliberately there. There's no punch in that.
No.
Okay,
He's that good.
Hang on, let's see.
It didn't even come off his
I don't think it was even his head out, to be honest.
Yeah, Cripps having a great game. 3 goals, 1, 14 disposals.
good response after, he's been under a lot of pressure from the fans lately.
Yeah.
I think I even called for him to be dropped. If you're looking at senior players last week, he's one that you think should have been based on his season so far. But
Gaff is just full of garbage disposals.
It's just me, or is
Just
it Nat Nui
19
wearing
disposals.
a really long jersey?
Nat Nui,
Yeah.
yeah, probably hard to get a
Like
custom
his
one
jersey
for him.
looks really long.
Yeah. Apparently
See at the back?
apparently he wears a women's 10XL.
What?
Yeah,
Is that a dog
weird.
pun?
Is that?
What is that? I don't know what the joke was. Unless it was legit.
No, I'm just kidding. He's talking shit. He's paid the mark. That was a good mark.
That's 50.
Liam Ryan's had a down patch of form after a good start to the year.
Pretty average kick.
Oh,
in
through
there.
the legs.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
a throw.
Yeah, it was probably. Yeah.
It's all good though.
What was that?
Sloan. Oh, good kick. I like the way Adelaide played out from their defence. They actually played out quite well, I think.
Yeah, I think they're playing quite well. Their ball movement in general is solid
They're
for a young
they're
team.
very good at the. They're quite good at the kick mark, aren't they? They haven't really stuffed many up.
No, that's right. With a lot of young kids in that team as well, it's quite impressive. Oh, the old double jumper for Seedsman. Wearing a jumper underneath that one.
I've never quite understood that one. Heard.
The double jumper?
Yeah.
Surely just for warmth.
Why not just?
Surely you just get
Does
fucking,
it-
I
are
just
you
get
really
fucking
in-
hot if I was playing footy.
Yeah,
and I was wearing
bloody
2
oath.
jumpers.
Yeah,
I get warm if I go for like a run in a t-shirt in the
Yeah.
middle of winter.
I know what you mean. Oh, Fogarty's just missed to the far side.
Yeah, especially when you're running fucking 20k's in a game and you're wearing 2 jumpers and all that.
Yeah, I remember wearing like triple layers, 2 footy training
And
in the
you just
coldest
take it off
winter.
straight
And,
away.
Is
yeah.
it just a thing some players do to look a bit different? Do you think?
It's a branding and marketing.
I reckon.
Yeah, it's marketing. Did you not take marketing at uni? It's a marketing thing.
What, wearing 2 jumpers?
Or
Is that why
just
some
wearing
people-
long sleeve, just a bit more eye catching?
Oh, long sleeve definitely, but surely that's a long sleeve jumper that he's wearing
that was
underneath
fucking
a
shocking.
normal jumper. Yeah, that was a little
I
bit.
refuse to.
It looks separate. Unless it's like a skins
It
kind
is separate, but I refuse to believe he's like, oh yeah, I need that extra degree of warmth, so I'm going to wear a singlet over the top of my long sleeve.
Maybe.
It could provide a little bit more padding.
I wouldn't have thought this is a particularly cold game. I feel like Victoria and like Geelong, those
come on.
games get cold. That was good by Langdon. Well done.
It was very risky. It was so close to the amount of market.
Yeah.
It's definitely a market
I
exploit.
I'd still like the Eagles to play with more dare. So if they do take a few risks
good
and it
play.
doesn't come off, that was good West.
West is going alright, isn't he?
Yeah, not
He's
not
doing
bad.
alright.
Cripps, he's
That's-
going for goal again.
that's
I
a-
like it.
Good kick, good kick.
Alan hasn't really shown too much at full forward this game, has he?
Nah. I think there's a bit to be said that he's run out of steam because he's probably physically banged up from playing in the ruck. That's an ongoing concern for them.
Hey, I don't think the service has been exactly
Do you reckon-
silver
Yes,
service
very
either.
Do you reckon the Eagles need to target a secondary ruckman for Nat Nui next year?
No, I'd rather keep Bailey Williams getting games. I know he's not necessarily like really good yet, but I think it's worth developing in that role.
West has got something, I reckon.
Yeah, likeable. Good effort to debut not long after being the mid-season draftee.
Yeah. He's
Doesn't that-
playing waffle like
Who did you play?
a few months ago.
West Perth. And yeah, like I started to say before, or maybe I did say it, but he's the same age as Oscar Allen too, so yeah, pretty
Pretty young.
look at have a long career still, yeah. 8 points the margin, we got 15 to go in the third term. Seasman was a great pickup for Adelaide.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys. I think everyone was like, "Why are your players letting you go?"
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Cripps!
He's having a fucking cracking game, Cripps.
Good mark there from Cripps. This is lining up for 4. I reckon it's been a long time since he kicked 4 in a game.
Yeah, this would be the best I've seen him play in maybe ever.
Yeah.
Actually, not joking.
He's kicked a few days before. I've seen him play like this before.
In games like this, tight games
Yeah,
like this.
yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it's just goal. Eagles creating a 14-point buffer yet, although we've seen this year they've been overrun many a time late in games. So
Imagine if you didn't have the Cripps this game. Good thing you didn't drop him.
Yeah, good call. It's a tough one with the Eagles where, yes, it's tempting to drop players, but we've also suffered from a lack of continuity in forced changes through injury.
Yeah.
And then, like, even this week we had Barras injured and stuff like that. So when you've already got players out injured, then there's a
You
case
don't
we
make
made
too
for-
many other changes.
Exactly, yeah. So I was comfortable with the changes we made after, even though I banged on about dropping players.
That's always the risk as well with dropping like players that you know are good, but also every player needs to be accountable, and when people aren't, there's no ramifications for end-on-end poor performance.
Yeah.
Like similar with Sonny Walters at Freo.
But you also don't want to run the risk that a player just gets dropped for the drop waffle and then never come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's hard to improve in the waffle.
Yeah, the risk would be that you drop them, they go and they kill it, and then they come back.
Yeah, we have a player like that, Jake Waterman. Oh, he's got paid that hold the ball. Unfortunate, probably there, but bad place to get called hold the ball. Jake Waterman's a great example of a player who is not quite cutting it at AFL. I'm not saying he won't, but he's just not adding a lot to the AFL side. He goes in the waffle and he's just clearly 2 levels above them. He kicked 4 goals, had 29 yesterday.
If Jody Waterman became available, I would want Dockers to snap him up in a heartbeat.
You like him?
Yeah.
I like him too. Although I think he doesn't quite belong in the side as yet. Oh, I mean next week he may be in the picture, but I'm comfortable that he's been dropped. But I think he'll be a long-term player. So 13 points to the margin after that Adelaide miss. O'Brien's taking a few marks today. Oh, no, free kick paid, Jack Darling. Sorry, do you mind because it's right in front of the mic, it might be like... Thanks, Chuckles.
Oh, good spoil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well done. Here we go, another score assist for Cripps. He's nailed the goal, Petrocelli. Good to see.
What a game.
He's played alright, eh, Petch? He's just playing. Sorry.
See that video from Amateur Footy in South Australia today about the guy, there was 3 minutes left.
Oh, hit the man on the
Hit
mark.
the man on the mark, broke his nose and they lost the game and he was dead in front.
I'll
find it.
Jamie Cripps did that in round 3 against the Dogs, maybe 2, round 2.
Watch this. Fuck, go full screen. Oh, I just like my own comment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he grabs a mark, right, and he's literally 5 metres in front, they're 3 points down, he's going for the goal.
Fuck.
And instead he fucking kicks it into the man on the mark and breaks his nose.
Oh,
and misses.
no.
And then it was on the siren. So they lost the game.
Oh, on the siren.
They lost the game by 3 points because he didn't kick that goal and he broke the nose of the guy.
Oh no, what a pig of a man. If you're the man on the mark, like, are you happy?
Yeah, you're like, well, I won the game, but I fucking broke my
Yeah.
nose.
Sick, I want a game of ammos.
Fuck, that's such a clean tap. You just got such good hops. He's like a good beer, isn't he?
Who?
Nat Newey.
Why is that?
Great hops.
True beer. Petrocelli's a player the coaching group clearly rate because we've given him every opportunity even when he's not playing well. He's playing well now.
I think he's got X factor.
Yeah.
Like he's got that pace, which is just if you can use that.
Yeah.
Point of difference.
He's like a goal down, 3 minutes left, all of a sudden the ball's on the floor.
Yeah.
Kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so whenever he's fit, we generally try and give him every opportunity to find form. We've done that with other players in the past to varying levels of success. Duggan and Sheed, probably good examples. Given a lot of games before they deserved it.
Is this Cripps again?
Yep.
I think Simpson's pretty good at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Giving young guys. You see a lot of teams don't rotate through their team much.
He's been good and bad at times. In 2018, he was great at it, and we ended up winning a flag. Not the reason we won, obviously, but then I remember in 2017 he copped a lot of flack for the opposite, not giving games.
But even still, even if it's not dropping out of form good guys, he still rotates through the young guys quite regularly.
I suppose, yeah.
The amount of injuries now as well, and the amount that you hear that every player is banged up to a certain extent. Like I think we are just going to see like the number of players in squad use will increase.
Rats. Yes.
And get higher and higher.
The Dogs have lead all comers for players used this year with 36. Fremantle's equals second with I think GWS and Hawthorn.
I do think that's definitely something that the AFL's probably learned from like the Premier League and stuff a bit more to like they're trying to develop a squad rather than just your best 22.
Smaller list sizes as well in the current landscape. Petricelli.
But you can still see they've got a long way to go with it. The amount of like mid-season draft picks that they pick up and play 2 games later still is still quite high.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
You think if you got picked up mid-season draft, you'd be lucky to get a game for a little while.
Sure.
So there was an odd one where there was a kid that North drafted that was 1 year older, so eligible for mid-season, but was projected to go top 10 this year's draft, but technically overager, so they could draft him early. So they took him with pick 1.
Yeah, right.
So they get an extra like top 10 pick virtually. Forget the kid's name. Oh, he played on the ball there. Did he drag it in maybe?
If the Eagles get another one here, it's going to get very hard for Crows.
I agree, but with the Eagles' track record of finishing games this year, this game is definitely still on. Oh, pitch! Oh, damn it. Oh, he's kept it in. Oh, questionable handball.
No
Croops.
way.
5!
No way.
I thought it might have been a throw from Petch. 21 points the margin. The Eagles controlling it at the moment. Got a bit of field position. 10 inside 50s to 2 this quarter. Can we get the stream to 100 likes, guys? I'll look at the chat again. Sorry, a little absorbed in the game.
It's a good game. Oh, that was high. A lot of people saying hi and you're not responding.
Oh, sorry. Hey, guys. Hey, Jesse, do you play CSGO? I don't know what that is. Does anyone know what that is?
No,
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike Go? Yeah, no, I've never played Counter-Strike. He's in the chat, but he's watching the Sydney game.
I mean, if that's fair. Probably a bit more attractive for the neutral.
Oh no, he's a
That's
Swans fan, but I appreciate him staying in the stream.
Apparently there's a rumour going around in the comments that if you give Jesse a lap dance, he gets to become a mod.
Yeah, that's
Really?
exactly how all those other people became mod. Oh, Season gets laid out, kicks it out of the hands of the full. Giants have got 2 goals to 1. Tanner Bruins kicked a goal. Good start. Cornelio back in the side for the Giants, of course.
AFL Park says, what's the biggest shopping centre in WA?
Is it
Is
Galleria?
it Joondalup?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Joondalup would be now. Yeah.
Not Carousel?
No, they'd be up there, but I think Joondalup. Oh no, Duggan, you tool. Seriously,
Drop him.
drag him for that. Don't drop him, but drag him for that. That's pathetic. This is the problem that with when the Eagles switch back and you know, like obviously give up a lot of ground. It's fine if you don't make a skill error.
So that's like the first time they've done it in quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, true.
And they paid for it.
True. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. That being said, all the blame goes to Duggan there. Shepherd literally kicked that 35 metres backwards. So I'm also questioning why you would do that.
Duggan knows, look at him.
Yeah. I like Duggan,
Yes,
but it's just...
everyone
Yeah,
knows.
you guys got the
That's-
same haircut.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he was actually one of my...
longer, is it?
Yeah, I think so. He was my inspiration for the mullet, to be fair to him.
Did you take
Oh,
a picture
Simo's
of the
laughing.
hairdresser to the barber and be like, yeah,
No, I didn't actually.
Simo was laughing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Hopefully that means he's relaxed. Oh, doesn't really matter if he's relaxed. That's such an annoying goal to give up when we were controlling the play.
just turns the momentum on.
You don't want to, especially when they got the home crowd advantage.
Yep, home crowd advantage exactly, and probably a little bit of lack of confidence still in the Eagles to like really close out games. That's a good kick from Cole. Good to have Shuey back in the side. That is class. This is way too far out for Langdon. He passes it back to the captain, who passes a bullet to Ryan. That's great play for the Eagles. This is, yeah, like I said, you've seen 5 or 6 passages of the Eagles now where it's like, yes, this is how they play normally. Haven't seen it in a month. Shuey's had a good impact on this game. Not sure of his stats, but he's certainly using the ball well. And he uses the ball attackingly, which I like about Shuey.
15 disposal. He's alright.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's
come
got
back.
it. Yeah,
That's like that was a shame.
It did, didn't it? Yeah. So the Eagles get one back, thankfully. Shuey, the architect in that play there.
Thank God.
And it was actually set up with a good kick by Cole.
Yeah, it was.
Well done. It's the attacking ball use of Shuey that, in addition to his skill, which makes him good, whereas even Gaff, when he's kicking the ball well, doesn't quite tear open the play like Shuey can.
Oh well, Jesse Hogan's playing. I wonder if he was laid in.
Yeah, true.
Just kicked goal.
What's the deal with him? I know he was injured and he kicked a bag and he got injured again and hasn't really.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Stop following.
No, the ins are Tanner Bryan.
Oh, yeah. He's on the score sheet, kicked a goal.
And Zach Sproul
24-7 in that game.
for GWS. And
Raiders
then
start to the Giants.
Sydney's James Rowbottom, Dylan Stevens, and Ben Rock.
Three fairly not established. Stevens not established, but not bad ins for the Swans.
Yeah, the Swans will be ropeable if they lose this.
Yeah, they lost the first derby.
I mean, GWS are still. I feel like they're similar to Eagles in that they've
Yeah.
got players. They're a good. Still a good side, I think.
Yeah, I agree that there's a lot of parallels between the Eagles and Giants this season.
Oh, that's so good from.
Yeah, created a bit of space, shanked the kick. Allen, it's taking on too much there on the ball.
Yeah.
Allen's not having a good game, but I've liked his intent. He's at least hunting it, trying to impact, and not succeeding. But I don't mind it.
No Kennedy. I mean, that makes it a lot harder.
Yeah.
Oh! What a
Shepalenko!
He literally stepped.
Did you
on
just
his
knee him
ankle.
in the back of
He
the
might
head?
have. He looks like he's fucking hurt. Was that O'Brien?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just
Fuck, the
stepped
bit.
on his ankle, like landed on his ankle.
Oh, on his ankle. I
Nah.
thought he was.
He looked
grabbing his
out
head.
cold.
I thought he hit him in the back of the head or something. But oh no, it's not O'Brien. That's Tom Lynch.
I want to see that again. That would have hurt.
We do have a funny rule in this sport where you can pretty much do whatever you want as long as you mark it.
Yeah. I like that generally though.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I missed the Toby Green karate kick mark.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that.
No,
I think that's shit form. Murphy sends it deep for the Crows. Who can mark? We haven't taken a lot of clunking intercept marks this year generally, but even tonight.
Only Toby
Oh,
Green
well
could
done.
find a way to mark the ball and like hurt someone.
Yeah.
He did do
He
it.
did it
to Dow.
twice.
He did it to
Such a
Dowham.
shit.
Yeah. I feel like he did it twice.
Yeah, he did.
There was
He did
one
it a
where
few
he
times.
really fucking kicked.
Because the
Like,
first one he
cuts
got
on
let
his
off,
face. Yeah.
I think, and they were like, not again, and then
Yeah.
like did it the next
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, he did do it again, like very shortly after. Oh, Williams kind of spoiled Ryan there. He's kept it
Ryan's
in.
had a good quarter.
Yeah, he has. Not a good kick.
Horrible kick.
You
Allen's
can't
been
expect
dug.
Allen to do well with that.
Yeah, exactly. Paid it out of bounds anyway.
GWS kicked another.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it 30-7? Far out, man. Some teams just match up well on other teams.
Yeah.
It might be like that old Fremantle West Coast rivalry where the Dockers just had their measure.
What?
In like the mid 2000s.
Oh.
Sorry, like when the Eagles were winning flags and you guys were
Yeah,
winning
but
all
we'd
the
still
derbies.
just lose every derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The year we won the flag was for a while our biggest loss in a derby.
Yeah, don't forget we were a good side that year as well, to be fair.
True, but the Eagles were always finishing high on the ladder.
That's the year we lost the Swans in the prelim.
Yeah.
By like,
Yeah. But even like throughout that 5-year period when the
Yeah,
Eagles were a
we
contender,
were.
we very rarely won derbies.
Josh Carr effect.
Yeah. Paul Hazelby as well. Flower bag there from Edwards, hits the target. Petch finding a bit of the footy, bit of uncontested ball.
The small forwards really turned it on today for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Compared to in recent weeks.
So Ryan this quarter, Cripps all day. Petricelli's been prominent. Langdon has been the quietest, but not bad.
So how far are we off the best 22 the Eagles have to offer right now?
Pretty close, to be honest. It's as though the
Racing, I presume.
yeah, Barassi, the strongest team that we fielded has been the worst performing. Yes.
Barassi and Kennedy, are they the only two? You're missing?
Redden.
Yeah, Pat Redden. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that is a great mark. He didn't quite pull it down, I don't think.
You'd have Redden in for West.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair.
Or Edwards. Kind of toss the coin there.
Who would you take out of this team though?
One of
Edwards,
those two.
the other Edwards for Brass, and then
Williams for Kennedy.
yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, but we have no excuse in terms of injury, that's for sure.
Oh.
We were a better team with more injuries earlier this year.
Yeah, as soon as we had that big game where Shuey and McGovern and Kelly and all those guys came back, and then we just fucking shredded them.
It's like you said, the consistent lineup with the cohesiveness, team chemistry is.
Yeah.
It generally always beats the lineup most of the time.
Oh, come on, man.
He's had a good game apart from that.
Yeah. We I think before. I think that the three mids, as I said, Kelly, Shuey, and Yo had only played like 8 out of the possible 31. So like that dynamic also hasn't had time to gel.
They don't read each other as well.
I still feel like a little bit unsure of Kelly's actual role when everyone's in.
I think he moves forward. I think that's the intention. Not that.
Jeez.
That is a fucking good goal.
Wow.
Good player.
He's just gone from strength to strength, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think our backline's been the worst part of the game.
Hasn't been great this year in general.
Pidgeot.
Yeah. That's a weird goatee. I'm just not a fan of goatees generally.
Looks like yours.
Yeah, I don't grow mine on purpose though. Like, I would love to have just a great beard. Yeah, I would love to have a great beard, but I can't grow one. It's probably exactly what
Lack
looks
of
the case.
testosterone, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's weird. It goes like all up his chin, just like his jaw.
I think he's shaved that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it doesn't look bad. It's
No.
just, I just don't like goatees, rather. As
What? Wow.
Wow.
This is a landmark moment on True Footy podcast.
He's sensitive.
exposed, yeah. Where's the battery? Yeah, it's fine.
Didn't you just plug it in?
I did, but see how the light's not on? Sometimes the battery level just stays the same.
Yeah, right.
So it's like not quite charging.
The Crows, they just won't die, which is something you've got to admire
Yeah.
about a team that's like 15th.
I've noticed that.
Good playing culture, I reckon.
Do you reckon? Because last week was exactly the same with North Melbourne.
Great kid, yeah.
Do you reckon teams are like, after they saw the Sydney smacking us, they're like, no, Eagles can be taken down, so they're just not giving up?
Yeah.
Normally with like a good side, like if it was they were versing the D's or the Dogs and they're being beaten, they would just go,
Oh, Petricelli kicked a goal!
That is some goal.
What a ripper goal.
nice.
Not only those games, but the Saints lost earlier in the year. We were up by 5 goals or whatever. And then also against Essendon, we were 5 goals up. So we're just a poor finishing side.
Fuck, that was a goal, man.
You guys, I think, have really
winner.
not had many good four-quarter performances this year, have you?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Today's actually been okay. You've been fairly consistent. I don't think you've ever really knocked it out of the park, but you've just been solid
Yeah.
every quarter, which you probably take.
Yeah, I'm perfectly satisfied for what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
I think Adelaide are a half decent side. So. Dad's just sent me a message complaining about Oscar Allen losing his feet. He's gonna have trouble walking, isn't he?
The ideas man of True Footy.
Yeah, he is. That's how he introduces himself.
I met him one
Oh,
time,
West.
and he's like, "Hear that podcast with Gaff?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That was my idea."
Yeah.
Which podcast?
No, it was one talking about Gaff to North Melbourne. There was a rumour.
Oh, right.
He's like, I came up with that.
I met him one time, and that's all he told me.
It was something specific that I'd said, yeah.
It's a pretty good room, and it got legs.
Yeah, there's no truth in it. It
It all
just
started when
started.
my dad just talking to his mates, and then it spread.
So the current top 8 on the live ladder is West Coast 7th, GWS 8th. Two teams that we didn't really mention too much in that little top 8 chat in terms of being realistic? I mean, obviously.
Well, we talked a bit about the Eagles. I don't think we gave Giants much legs.
We said
I was sitting out there going, Giants!
we said Sydney.
Oh, I think Sydney are almost a lock, but that being said, they're losing this game and it kind of brings them back to
Exactly.
bed.
I still think Bombers
They're a good side.
are good.
Yeah. Oh, questionable kick there from Duggan.
Duggan's not
Fuck,
having
Duggan's
this
losing his.
This
Yeah.
is what I was talking about. He's just, I don't know.
I think it's just off. I think it's just off after coming back from injury.
Shocking.
Hasn't had the momentum. I'm
Just-
not too concerned.
Just Duggan himself into a deeper hole.
Duggan.
Liam Duggan. Haven't looked at the chat for a while. Sorry, guys. Max Fairclough has dropped $100.
What?
Fuck off.
What? Oh my god, Max, thank you so much. This is the same
That's
bloke who
epic.
dropped about 150 in the Geelong West Coast Street. Mate,
That
you
is
must be
unbelievable.
loaded.
$100.
Shout out, Max. What an absolute legend. Thanks, mate.
Can we get some food?
no.
Are you going to
No.
find a microphone?
That is like, that's crazy.
Oh god, he says check and stuff.
Damn, how many chicos can Jesse buy now with that fat donation?
That is a thick donation with 2 C's.
Dude.
If anyone thinks they can beat Max, go for
We'll
it.
set a challenge, and Callum will get a tattoo of your name.
As always, only donate what you can afford, though.
Yeah, very grateful, Max. You funded True Footy half our income for this year.
What a legend, though.
Yeah, seriously, what a star. Wow. G'day. Why? That's the second time. Ignatius.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I've got gay on the brain. Sorry, guys.
And gay on the penis.
He says he'll drop 100 baht. That's 5 big ones. Thanks,
Fuck.
mate.
I'd still take that.
Yeah, what a legend. Yeah, that's actually very reasonable.
That's shit numbers.
It is well deserved, though, isn't it? For the effort you put in, I reckon.
Oh, thank you. I
The
mean,
amount of hours.
$100 is pretty thick.
Huntsman AFL said he wants to add to the chicken nugget fund.
Wow. Good man. Chicken Nugget Fund is what Druzy calls his donations.
Right.
Famously a fan of chicken nuggets, Drews.
Is he?
I don't know, actually. He must be.
Right.
But he just bangs on about
Oh.
it. Great tackle. 21 points in 3/4 time. This game is well and truly not dead yet, though.
Well and truly over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now I'm going to go check Heath's post on Instagram, he reckons.
Hey.
Oh! Sammy Walsh's heat map.
Wow.
It's a big old cock and balls. That's incredible. That's hilarious. That is fantastic. I might put up a little story saying come get in the chat.
Come get in the fat chat.
The fat cat. Wow, I'm still reeling from that massive donation. Thank you, Max. You're an absolute star. Hello, go dogs, says Spanks. Hello, go Hawks, says Yeetman. Or Yeetman. As it's
Every
probably
time I've been on, Max has donated. I'm a lucky charm.
Yeah, true, yeah. He must be a huge fan of Kid Leroy.
Yeah.
He's just dropped $4.12 saying, here's 100 baht, lads.
That's still nice.
What a
isn't
legend,
it?
thank you,
Yeah.
Heath.
Good
Heath
on you,
is, Heath is a regular all-star on the old True Footy live stream. Despite his team playing right now, absolute legend. It was good fun having him as a Sydney fan on the last live stream where Sydney beat us by 100 points. Heath, what's the general reaction to the first quarter of that other game? The Sydney Derby at the moment, because we obviously can't see what's happening. But, yeah, surprising start from the Giants.
Giants kicked another point.
Yeah. Also have a quick look at the Eagles stats here.
Fuck me.
What's that?
Yeah.
So Laird has 24 disposals. Gaff leading all comers with 25. Not necessarily a great game from him. Ben Keys, 2 goals and 22 would be among the best Tom Lynch, 22 touches and a goal. That's pretty good for a tall or sort of high forward. The next best contributor for the Eagles is Cripps, who's probably our best on ground. 4 goals and 19 touches. Yo's had 17 and a goal. Solid numbers there. So inside 50s, we lead 46 to 29. So getting a lot of supply, which is uncharacteristic for us. We often win games where we have less. Hit-outs fairly even, slightly our way. They've won the clearances by 2, but we're winning the centre clearances. So again, very unsurprising stats. Had 10 less turnovers today. We've used the ball pretty cleanly. Disposal count pretty even as well. So pleasant reading. In terms of fantasy points, where is Shannon Hearn?
Shannon Hearn is sitting on... Let me find that for you.
I'm on 1886 with a quarter to go in this round. That sucks. I got no plays in the Sydney Derby.
Shannon Hearn's on 86.
86.
What are you on?
I'm on 1886. That's pretty trash. But I had Brandon Ellis here. He got 10 this week because he got injured.
I'm on 1779, but I've got Lloyd, Haynes, Kelly and Amity still playing.
Oh yeah, you're going to smoke me then. You'll probably get close to the 2,000.
Fuck, they're doing alright in 102.
So Ellis and Martin injured for me. That sucks.
I
That's
had Martin as
2
well.
forced changes. Oscar Allen looking like a pile of poo. Harsh, but yes, he's not having a great game. Huntsman says $100 to get 2 mics while streaming. Do you reckon it needs it, Huntsman? Genuine feedback, because I found that I didn't think it got much better with 2, because I could actually do 2. Chris just said, just missed going to the game, but looking good. Is that a shame? Is that out of choice? Because yeah, it's a good game so far. Heath says we're playing poorly, not hitting targets. Can happen after a big couple of wins.
Heath, Giants running rings around the Swans at the moment.
Yikes. Hamish says I like our ball movement miles better than the previous 3 games. I 100% agree. Giants have kicked another goal though.
Okay, fucking hell.
Wow.
Swans getting caned.
Yeah. And we'll take a look at the live ladder. So our percentage is 96.5.
Some brutal. Ugh.
So Fremantle back to 11th on the current ladder.
You look at the fantasy points ranking in the AFL app, and 2 out of the top 20 are Sydney.
Whoa.
Like it's all GWS.
And the Giants lost more players as well, so...
No, they didn't.
Didn't they? I thought it was
No.
9 to 6.
Nah, No, that was staff and stuff.
No, that was 14 Giants staff.
No. The only Giants players they lost were Green and... I told you,
Is
Green.
that all?
Yeah, there was
I
only
thought you
2.
said that they included those players.
Nah, there's 2 Giants losses and
Because you said 14 Giants and 6 Swans players originally.
staff.
Yeah, but then the 9 figure came out. It doesn't
Who
matter.
knows? They ended up losing 2 and Swans lost 3.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that is a blow then.
Heaney on 7 at quarter time.
Max dropped another 50. And he says he hates Kid Leroy. Mate, thank you so much. What are you doing? I appreciate it. You're a legend.
Wow, Max.
Wow. Thank you so much. He says, got to peace out, but see you around sooner or later. Anytime, mate. Thank you so much.
Look at that. That's a baller move. Just dropped 150
Wow.
and quit.
Wow.
Jesus. Thanks, Max.
Far out. What a legend.
Now we can get some food. Or another mic.
Yeah. No, fantastic. Thank you. Always investing in the channel. I did my tax return recently, and I made $6,000 from YouTube last year, and I spent 5 on YouTube. $5,000. So yeah, it's Max just dropped a fat $50.
Yeah, another 100, and he quit the chat. Just
And-
dropped 150 and
Yeah,
left.
he's a
Left.
real alpha.
Yeah.
And he said he
Wow.
hates Kid Leroy.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hates Kid Leroy.
No offense.
I don't know.
No offense.
Kid Leroy myself.
No?
I thought you were Kid Leroy.
Do you not own a mirror?
You figured it out. Do I not what?
Do you not own a mirror? I said. You don't even look that much like him. It's like funny. I
I
get.
have heard Busher go with that one quite a bit.
That was
So
it, he
Busher's
said it.
trying
Nah,
to-
I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. I was going to tell you something. I was like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't make sense on the stream.
Oh, so you get a hand on that?
Nah. Oh, he's fucking landed on his head though.
Oh shit! Hope he's alright. If he hasn't touched that, it should be a free kick, but maybe he did.
He got up looking like this. He's like, so bright.
Huntsman says that's 3 weeks of my pay at work. Wait, $50 or 150?
Either way, don't donate anything then.
Yeah. Don't listen to him. No, I'm just kidding.
He's having a COVID check, is he?
Imagine that ran out of fury and shoved a swab up his nose.
Listen, mate, you've been on an exposure site. You found out before the game.
He's off to get a concussion test.
You've been deemed a close contact.
Poor fella. Hope he's okay.
Let's just check if we've fallen behind the straight at all.
He doesn't look happy, does he?
Oh, right.
He's saying he's all good.
Oh, yeah, that would have hurt.
Smacked the back of his head.
Yeah. Fuck, poor bloke.
I think when I was 16, I was playing resis, and this big guy like knocked me over, just like full, tackle straight in front of me. And I went straight back and knocked my head, and I was out cold for 15 minutes. Like,
15 minutes?
Yeah, it was a long time. I stretched it off the field.
15 minutes?
That is so long.
I remember.
Were you unconscious?
Yeah, unconscious.
Oh my God.
And I remember like being like this, like, and I remember some people clapping, and then like sort of put me on a stretcher, and then I just woke up on like the trainer's bench.
Bro, that's a long time to be out cold. That's scary.
Did you go to the hospital?
Yeah, I had to. Because I even stayed like for the next game, because I had to wait for my dad to come pick me up, take me to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
And the whole next game, it was like I was drunk, like the whole world, like everything was just moving. And
Sounds
then I went to the
horrible.
hospital, and this is literally like 3 or 4 hours later, and they're like, do you know what day it is? I'm like, I got no idea.
Yeah, you do remember the incident, but did you remember it at the time?
No,
How does that happen?
no, and see, I couldn't remember the whole, I had no
Right.
idea where I was.
Yeah, so...
Couldn't remember the game, nothing. Like it was gradually coming back to me piece by piece.
Yeah.
I remember Fife saying he had, after one of his ones, he had like headaches for a year.
Whoa.
And like had side effects for a year.
Yeah, same
And
with
I'm like,
Venables.
that would literally want me to like force me to stop playing, I reckon.
Yeah.
AFL.
I just took a week off and then went back. Like I felt fine after that,
Yeah.
but I've had concussions since, like wrestling and stuff, where I got concussed one night, and I wasn't even out cold, but literally for like 2 weeks straight, I just had a headache. I was driving to work one day, and I was like, fuck, my head hurts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Venables had headaches for a year.
Yeah. I did hear that as
100%
well.
I'm getting CTE.
Jesus, this is bleak. Petrocelli sends the ball deep. Oscar Allen said he couldn't recognise his... come on! Oscar Allen says he couldn't really recognise, I think it was his mum and girlfriend, straight after when he got concussed earlier this year. Like he didn't know who they were.
It's like the more research you do into it,
The more concerning it is.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Until it gets
Positive
it's like,
news.
should we even be doing this?
Yeah, should we be researching this?
Yeah. It'll probably be like players will probably have to play with helmets one day. I reckon,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Just everyone's just a cat of down.
Apparently, though, in the like NFL and stuff, it's no better
No.
because I think the main problem is actually the brain rattling around in the head,
Yeah.
which a helmet doesn't.
They've
do
said as
anything
well,
about.
like with boxers, they get much more brain damage doing amateur boxing with the headgear because they just take it.
Yeah.
Whereas if unless you're a professional, you just get knocked out and it's over.
Yeah.
Or you don't get hit.
And you're probably a lot more.
Oh, what a grab!
That was
afraid to get hit.
outstanding. Yeah. I've heard that theory with like playing sports in helmets as well, because you just think you're a lot.
You can throw yourself in.
Yeah. And they do in NFL, like they really.
Oh,
throw
they just like
themselves,
dive and fly in the air and flip
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah, they throw themselves around much more than they do in AFL in that sense.
I honestly think that the AFL players are the best athletes in the world. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think just the mixture of like sprinting to insane distance to like muscle and mass required.
Yeah.
No, I don't think any other sport is like you need to be that well rounded.
I think you'd have to say the NBA athletes are actually better athletes, but that's just because they're more. There's more. What am I trying to say? There's more athletes, so that the top tier is the most elite.
Yeah,
but
that's
in terms
true.
of what's
If
demanded,
you look how far they run though, the AFL players kill them.
yeah.
over long distance,
Yeah.
But
Some of
those
those
individuals
NBA
could transition to AFL and be better than these guys.
Yeah.
and they'll be ruckman as well. Like you think LeBron James
Yeah.
is like he's the height of Sanderlands,
Yeah.
and he's 110 kilos but ripped,
Yeah, I know, right?
and just jumps and and he's fucking fast sprinter, and
Yeah.
it'd be like having a league full of Nat Nuis, but stronger.
Yeah. Touch it. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Would they ever have the skills and stuff? at that level?
It's
I
hard
know
to
they
tell.
haven't seen
It's hard to
things in
tell
NBA.
because it's different.
Exactly.
Like you see a lot of ruckmen, and it's hard,
Yeah.
they don't really play off the ball at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you see some of these NBA players, and just like their most skillful people are still like 6'6",
Yeah,
6'7",
yeah.
and they're just quick and fast hands. And
Yeah.
Hearn launches that. And Nat Nui doesn't quite bring it
He's
down.
just been a bit off today, Nat Nui, hasn't he? He's never quite got anything going.
His taps have been good, but that's
yeah,
about it,
he's clearly won almost every tap. But
O'Brien's a good ruck.
Yeah, he's a good
to be
player.
fair.
Yeah.
but that was Nat Nui's criticism last week as well, that Goldstein just ran all over him around the ground.
Yeah.
Like, taps he was still good, but
Thank you, Footy Whiz. Also, Heath says Swans playing very poorly, maybe with Mills, Cunningham, and O'Riordan having to isolate the entire team of social distancing. Rats. It's 37 to 8 at quarter time. Yeah, that's.
So were they not in the change rooms and that all together though?
I think he was joking about the social distancing because they're not
Right.
even getting close to
I
Ginobers.
Text should unleash your talk. I reckon.
This is within his range. He
This
can
would
drop
be
punt
huge
this.
with 15 left.
Yeah, and you just know he's going to kick it. He's that sort of player.
You reckon?
I mean, I'm exaggerating.
Massive kick.
Putting a bit of poetic license on it, but he is very capable of a goal like that in a clutch moment.
Missed.
Yeah. Josh.
Oh, it's been kept in by Williams, has it?
Oh, no. He's done decent there if Bailey
That was
wins.
potentially a huge mistake, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
made up for it.
Yeah.
how old's Williams?
He is 2018 draft? 2019 draft.
Who's the blonde-haired guy? Is that Frampton? Or no, he's
Yeah,
a
for Adelaide.
Port now.
No, he got traded from
I
Port.
always forget which way he went.
Yeah, Port 2 free. It's Adelaide, sorry.
And he's the one that had a fight with the teammate.
With Hardigan, yeah.
So it's funny that like you've seen it a couple of times, like players go from Port to Adelaide, Adelaide to Port, but you never see like Eagles to Freo or Freo.
No, not since like 2001, I think it was the last time probably happened. Trent Carroll.
It's an interesting thing. Like why wouldn't it happen more? You know.
I could, I would. The only reason I could see an Eagles player going to Freo is because of form drop.
Yeah. Like a Maston type.
Yeah.
Do
exactly.
you reckon it's because Port Adelaide and Adelaide are kind of closer legacy wise?
To be fair, I actually don't think it happens much for Adelaide clubs either. I think Frampton's the only one I know
Yeah, right.
of. There's always rumours, like there's rumours of Ballantyne and that coming to West Coast. Oh boy. Oh, he's done well. Good hands.
Yeah, close enough.
Who's gonna...
He's been good, eh?
He's a good player. He's a good player. Don't know if you knew.
Gaff.
Yeah.
Hey, right on
That's
the
what
edge
Gaff
of
needs to do.
Langdon's
Fuck,
range.
take a shot, Langdon.
So he played on? No, he didn't. He got
So
off the line.
even just that is showing like Langdon doesn't even feel like he has a confidence kick from there.
He generally cannot kick that far.
It's 40 metres.
It's
out.
his biggest weakness. He says, Jess, you have to let these guys know that anything I say should not be taken seriously. That was the guy who said social distancing. Yeah.
Oh.
That's bad, yeah.
I thought you were talking about
Justin says he's
Kid Lower.
21. I didn't quite answer that question, but yes, thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin.
Adrian wants to know our thoughts on a penalty shootout sort of style in the AFL.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that as well.
Hate it. Just
Hate
cop a draw. Unless it's a final, and that's extra
I wouldn't
time.
like it during the season, not against it in the finals.
But how often do you really see a draw in the finals? Though?
You need a draw and then a draw again at extra time.
Yeah.
Oh!
That is
Very
good contest, and that
unlikely.
is a poor kick at goal, I think. Yeah. Oh, what?
Got it. Went over the top.
I thought, yeah, because the goal umpire moved. Great goal then. Sorry, my mistake. I said poor shot at
What
goal.
a poor goal.
I did think it was a shame.
We've done alright here. So
Yeah.
nearly 30 points out.
Yeah, this is a good performance. Well done by Darling. Although he's unlucky crunched there, Sloan.
Wow. He's roosted that.
Yeah, that was nowhere near missing.
That's a terrible kick.
Did you guys think it was a goal?
No, I thought it was a point.
Yeah, alright, there you go.
I thought it
Shut
was
up.
to the right.
Yeah, I thought I was just more looking at the umpire, to be honest.
What was the umpire saying?
Yeah, the umpire was saying behind. DJ Yams wants to know what's to eat. I don't know. I'm going to be hungry. Don't know. Are you driving back to Bunbury after a bus after this?
Yeah.
Right. Decent tackle there from West on a much bigger player.
Seadsman.
Would make a great gardener.
I heard birds love it.
Oh, they've cooked it.
Yeah, they did.
It's just not going their way,
fuck, that was a
Adelaide.
crunch.
Oh, the release kick might work out for us. Langdon needs that well.
Is that deliberate?
Surely not.
Not if it was pulled off the ball.
That's rough.
Oh, I don't know. I know you see them all the time, but
I don't think so. I think he's trying to tap that into himself.
I thought he was trying to pick it up, but he got pulled away at the
no,
same
he's
time.
trying to tap it out.
I thought he tapped it to himself and then he got pulled off it. I think that's a bit
You
rough.
can't help like not go for it if someone's just pulled you off the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's stiff.
Sloane's gone for the screamer.
Gee, who was that? That was a rushed Harry high ball.
That's not a real person.
Got the hands off.
Yeah, did alright. Dangerous tackle.
Interesting.
Didn't see it. Once he released it, I stopped watching it.
Come on, piece of shit.
You know, I just remembered when all this talk about draws and how to decide them. I remembered that the 2019 Cricket World Cup was decided by a boundary countback. Do you remember that?
No.
Remember England and New Zealand? They drew, so they went to a super over, and then they drew again in the super over.
Oh,
and
that's
the
disgusting.
reason England won is because they hit more boundaries.
That is disgusting.
Really? Just whoever hit more boundaries got the win.
And there was a lot of controversy as well because the score that they had to tie, the fielder threw it at the stumps and the batsman was pulling into his crease and it bounced off his bat and went for 4. And under the rules, that's, you know, it's a 4 unless the batsman deliberately done it. It's just bad luck, but real stiff. New Zealand should have won that. God, GWS have kicked another goal here, 43-9.
Well, the penalty shootout, like it might be like it would be a good like just in case kind of thing.
It's a good spectacle, but I don't think it's a good.
No, but I just
for the
think
integrity
it
of the
never
game.
happen.
Yeah.
In case you got to an instance where there was like
Oh
down to
yeah.
count kind of thing.
Well, if there's a draw at the moment, we go to extra time. If there's extra time, then it becomes next score wins.
It's a terrible kick.
It-
That's not bad. That's fine.
I mean, yeah.
You gotta finish it. Oh, fuck, that's not bad.
It's good for Keys in the dream team then.
Oh, you've got him to use that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, you both do?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, me and the kids already.
He marked kicks, then got kicked back and marked.
Oh, Lynch played on there. It's a not great kick.
Oh, he's
Touch
marked
ball,
it.
touch ball, surely.
I think he's marked it.
I thought Ryan
Ryan's
got it.
pretty sure that he's touched it.
Ryan
to be fair.
definitely touched that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Umpires are just like don't argue. I think that is.
He
what
wouldn't
it
be
is.
appealing like that.
Yeah, no, I saw it. You got a fat hand on that. Eagles will just miss out on finals this year. Watch this space. They can only win against teams below them. Yeah, I mean, they have a point. But our run home, this should have been our easiest run home. So we have not beaten any. Oh, we beat Port. So we've beaten one team above us. And the Eagles run home is, and then I acknowledge we haven't definitely won this, but
We've
still,
already discussed the run home.
the Eagles run home.
Yeah.
Every
No,
time.
I'll just-
Yeah, we literally discussed every top 8 teams run home.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Where were you?
You know.
This is kind of
I
like
was
the
on
fake
the can.
football podcast.
That's a mark.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, St Kilda, Collingwood, the next two. So they could
It's the last.
win
couple
both,
we
could
got.
lose both. They're both 50-50s.
The last couple we got.
Yeah, Melbourne and Brisbane. Yeah, that's
and
fucked.
Dockers as well.
Yeah. We generally do well in derbies though.
What?
Like we've been in horrid form and then won the derby by
Imagine
2
if
goals.
we like knocked you out of the finals
Yeah, it could happen for sure. I'm not arrogant enough to think.
and
it
then
could
went on
be.
to win the premiership.
Do you reckon we'll?
Okay, you lost me.
Do you reckon we'll have over Dockers Eagles home finals? So it's gonna be.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dockers Eagles.
What about
Grandy.
It won't be this year. But
Imagine a Grandy.
At
Yeah.
the MCG?
Yeah,
it's
that'd
funny.
be shit.
It's funny to think the 2 prelims that Fremantle lost in their history were both. If they'd won, they would have played the Eagles in the grand final. It was 06 and 18. 15. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's wild, eh?
I'm glad we.
There'd be such.
I'm almost glad we didn't make the 15 granny. Like, I mean, I would love to have the chance, but we
Yeah.
just weren't in that good a form. We
Yeah.
kind of
But neither
quite
were
well
the Eagles.
didn't
The
make
Eagles
it
played
that far.
shit as well.
Nah, in the finals we were red hot. We were the form team in the
It's just
comp.
a grand.
I mean, the grand final we were shit. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it would have been interesting. Dockers Eagles grand final.
Yeah.
Imagine
It'd be some
losing
real
that, though.
outrage
You would
down there
just
in the
never
gym.
sleep again if you lost.
Yeah. That was like Ben Cousins in 06. Didn't sleep for 3 months.
And then won a grand final.
Yeah, the biggest, as I think D'Arsando's saying there, we got it turned down, but I think he's saying the Eagles look different when they take their game on, and that's been the biggest difference tonight than any game in the last month is being
Stop
attacking
start.
with it. Yeah.
And so we've got a bit of a gap now between us and Adelaide, but they're still not stopping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Adelaide are a plucky team. Is he trying to claim that mark? I thought he was, eh?
Bloody mark!
Yeah.
Muggins really got to Porridge City this game.
What did he do there? Wasn't that just a decent ball in?
He did like a quite average handball that luckily got picked up and then got
I see, yeah. That's right. I can live with those kind of slumpy games. It's just when the whole team does it at the same time. It's really damaging. He's earned a lot of credits with me, Duggan, so I'm not too concerned. So 9 minutes to go. Adelaide need to kick 4 goals, and pleasingly the Eagles have not stopped, which is their biggest threat to them losing this game or winning this game, is dropping off. Because Adelaide are good enough to win from this position if we drop off. But gee, it'd be good for views if we lose from here. Nui has a bounce from the ruck.
Oh, gives him some candy.
The Daniel Busher.
Fuck it at the other end.
Langdon manhandled. Got the Darren Glass treatment there. Oh, that's close to ball. It's harsh, but he just ran straight at him. Close to ball. Yeah, the Darren Glass has moved. Oh, Cripps for 5.
Oh,
Cripper! He's kicked 5. He's good for a cheeky little impossible goal every now and then, Cripps.
Creeper.
It's weird. He's actually not bad from tight angles. Great game from Jamie.
Yeah.
He's worked hard. I've always been a fan. My dad says Alan cannot possibly get a game next week. I think that's harsh. He's not playing well, but like, come on, he's a young guy. He's having a form slump.
That's a finish.
Justin Toth says night and day between Eagles' ball movement compared to last week.
Agreed. Well said. It's just the confidence and the aggressiveness of it. It's much more attacking.
However, Mark R says Eagles will miss out on finals this year. Watch this space. They can only win against teams below them.
Yeah, I already read that one, but thanks.
Mark R said they can only win against teams.
GWS always beat the Swans, don't know why. Yeah, fair observation. This will potentially be 2 derbies in the year where Sydney are clearly the better team. Sydney are a very good team.
Oh.
Cripps carries the Eagles. Fact. That's enough.
It's only one game.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think we I think we would have found another
Bears
avenue.
beats. Star collector. Which bear is best?
Bang.
That's a ridiculous
Oh.
question.
I couldn't figure out where anyone was.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, what do I do?
Oh, Cripps. Sorry, Sheed.
Gaff.
Man, Gaff.
Oh, that's a decent kick actually. Yes.
Oh,
well
Liam.
done.
Well done, Liam.
The Eagles really not put the cue in the rack yet, and that's good. They don't deserve to after some of the performances this year. There's no excuse for not trying to get some percentage back.
Where's Max? Has he put in any more
I think Max,
donations?
he had to back.
I know he said he didn't like Kid Leroy, but
We'll get
Where's
rid of
Max?
them
Has he donated again?
I'll cop that for the
for the dollars.
yeah.
I'll twerk if I have to. Ryan's kick to goal.
Would you actually twerk on stream?
I've
someone
done that before.
for a donation?
For some reason,
For a
if
donation.
there's a
I
money
would.
trade-off, for some reason, if there's a money trade-off, it becomes degrading. It's not funny anymore.
Why is that? That's not fair, is it?
It's so funny to twerk on camera, except when I'm paid.
Yeah,
He refuses to twerk for money.
I'm not a prostitute.
Yeah.
But he'll twerk for free.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh, Darren.
Cripps has had a good game, mate.
Yes, yeah.
He's absolutely busted himself.
Is
Darren
Shuey's-
Glass and busted him. Nah. But he's had a good game.
Yeah. See, Shannon's really blown open the back door. I don't even know what that's how it works. I'll explain to you later why we're saying these things.
Okay.
Can't tell you on stream.
Right now.
Wow.
He's brought
Right
a bit.
now, I feel like your viewers.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there, guys.
I hope Alan kicks this just so he can get your dad off his back.
Yeah, yeah.
Kim's been a bit mean to him today, hasn't he?
If he gets anything but a goal here, your dad won't be happy, will he?
Yeah.
Even though he's like 50 out on like a
Drop him.
Apparently, it took Shannon years to get Darren Glass off his back.
Really? What,
That's a
yeah,
fucking
nice.
goal.
Good
That'd be a great goal.
That one's for you, Kim.
That's a man that knows he hasn't had a good game because look at his body language.
Does Kim watch the live streams?
No, I'm not. Although my soon-to-be stepmom, his fiance, once was. I didn't know she was watching or anything like that, but like Sheridan, Dylan's girlfriend, was in the background, so she's literally walked out, like turned the sink, washed some dishes, walked out, and then I went over to my dad's place, and Angie was like, "Oh, you got a miss her?" I was like, "Fuck, you're sharp." She always wants to know what my love life is doing. I'm married to content, so. Adrian says, "Is Shuey injured or playing?" I don't actually know.
Playing.
Haven't seen him for a bit. It's possible he's managed.
Spell.
Harsh.
Just having a spell. Yeah, look at the Eagles' percentage there on the live ladder.
Yeah, 98. So
98,
I mean,
poor.
to be 42 points up though in this game is I'm pleased.
Pretty much get ahead straight away after.
Okay, no dramas. No dramas. Thanks again for coming.
That's alright. Cheers for having us. And thank you to everyone on the live stream.
Yeah, the Leroy Fund is.
It's going well, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Bring Down Leroy Fund.
Your revenue average on streams is in the high 300s.
We got $40 on the grand final.
Yeah, true.
And a bit of chicken.
$40 and a chicken drumstick.
Yeah.
Fuck, imagine if people donated food.
Yeah, you're right.
Man. Someone needs to create that app, eh?
We should get sponsored by Uber Eats and then just have them.
I'd even
bring
take
us
a menu
food.
log.
What's better, Uber
Delivery
Eats or
was
Menu
silent.
Log?
I've only ever used Uber Eats.
We don't have
Deliveroo.
we don't
That's
have
another
one I use it.
Uber Eats.
I've used menu
Down
log.
south.
Yeah, or
What have you got?
Deliveroo. Only
The
Menu
local
Log.
fish and chip shop. Just
Yeah. We just got Gary's.
Gary's
Fish
Pizza
and
does
grill.
delivery.
West Coast get a game back at least. I feel like you don't get as many views and comments as you should. Thank you, Footy Wes. I
that's
appreciate
nice.
that. That is a nice thing to say. Hope people have enjoyed the stream today. It's always fun. I've started.
They're fighting over it.
Yeah. I've started doing a lot of Eagles streams this year, but.
You like the Eagles, so yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the views seem to reflect that people don't mind me doing Eagles
Eagles
streams.
got
So.
the biggest membership in the AFL.
Is that fact? Even more than Richmond? I
Yeah.
know we hit 100k, but did we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more than Richmond.
How did we surpass Richmond after they just won 2 flags?
So I mean, it'd make sense to get more views on the clubs that have the most memberships, right?
Yeah.
It technically means there's more fans of them out there.
That means you need more Freo streams as well.
Yeah.
If you don't want views,
I think we're one of the highest membership.
Goal. Good goal there from Schoenberg.
Eagles, Richmond games live stream with money.
They're just Benjamins.
Can't make it to the game.
Yeah.
Do you know it's funny though how like Richmond's got second most memberships and they can't get anyone to the home game.
Yeah.
You seen all those things?
there was
Interesting.
See, I spoke to the guys from Footy A to Z on the podcast about this. They're Richmond fans in Melbourne, but apparently the tickets were released that morning, and there was just a whole heap of reasons why people couldn't go. So
Yeah.
Their membership base has gone up a lot in the last few years, right?
As you'd expect, to be fair. Going from an irrelevant team to a dominant dynasty team.
Are we going to talk about them as an all-time team, do you think, in 20 years?
I don't think they. Well, I mean, how many all-time teams can you have when you've got Brisbane, Geelong, and Hawthorn all in a close area? I don't think they've elevated themselves beyond that. So, with that in mind, I think a three-peat is what stands out.
You reckon that makes the team? 3-peat?
You don't think 3 in 4 years is enough?
It depends how you
To
mean
compete
like
with
all
those?
time. I think it's just sort of run below, to be honest. But
Really? I would say it's just as good, but I would say it's not better.
There's some good content ideas.
I think 3 in a row is
Especially
is
because in that other season they got knocked out in a prelim.
yeah, they finished.
Whereas
minor
most-
premiers,
Did those other?
I couldn't tell you. Hawthorn lost in 12, so Hawthorn had made the grand final in 12.
Yeah, that's
so that probably
that's
supersedes it.
insanely.
Yeah.
Best team to not 3-peat?
To not 3P,
Collingwood. They lost the grand
Collingwood.
final.
Geelong.
Yeah, probably. Richmond.
That's why I said it.
Oh,
What about
West Coast.
best team to not make a grand
Mid-2000s
final?
West Coast would
To not make a grand final.
Yeah, like Port Adelaide. Did Port? Yeah, Port
Yeah, Port-
choked the
Port-
bed, didn't they? In
they-
the 2000s a few times.
They won the flag in 04 though.
Yeah, but before that they were like I think dominant.
Bombers, early 2000 Bombers.
They won the flag. So we talk about teams that didn't make, so just teams that went like 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
One that comes to mind is the Bulldogs in like 09-10. Consistently about 4th best club.
Yeah, but they weren't best during the season, were they? Everyone
No.
knew Saints and Geelong.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm just trying to think of teams that notoriously
St
didn't make a
Kilda.
grand final. They made a grand final.
Oh, you're talking about not just winning, just not making it.
That's a lot harder to answer.
Freo 2015?
They made the grand final though.
No, 2015.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I feel like they ended the year so flat, but they also
Yeah.
started it so insanely well, so it's hard to.
I think Adelaide as well in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, when
Okay,
they had
wait.
McLeod and Rashid.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about a single year?
Yes.
Okay, that changes it for me, and that's why I nominated the Bulldogs.
that changes for me. Carlton Blues 1934.
What?
Carlton Blues.
Carlton
1934. Oh, Richmond in 18, maybe.
Yeah, like Collingwood beating them was massive. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think even GWS beating Collingwood was a
Yeah, in 19.
pretty
Yeah,
massive.
I thought Collingwood would get
Yeah,
through.
Collingwood, that was a massive opportunity.
That's got to be number one GWS win, right?
Yeah, I'd agree.
That's great. That
What
was
about
great.
today? 50 to 22.
Oh, Petch has got some leg speed. This is his bread and butter.
Just burn him.
And he drops it. High.
Nah, he
You're
doesn't.
gone.
Oh, he played it on.
Keys is very good. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just gone from strength to strength.
He was a top 20 draft pick, delisted by Brisbane. Oh, Darling
Yeah,
loves
but-
a massive handball.
To be fair, he was at Brisbane for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's funny that you can handball it over 15 metres and it not count as a mark?
No.
Yeah, no.
West on debut doesn't even get close.
Oh, again!
Nah.
That is shocking. Poor fella.
Just
He's
that-
been good though
Yeah, he's been good. Like, he probably keeps his spot.
for a debut.
You reckon he keeps his spot?
Yeah, I don't think Redden's back this week. So I don't think we really need to make too many changes, to be honest.
He's been better than Edwards, you'd say today, probably, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen more of my style.
Yeah, I think I've seen more as well. But Edwards might touch it and you're just not.
Yeah, so Edwards can be a bit of a quiet achiever midfielder. I've noticed, like just
Yeah.
racks it up a bit, but very composed.
I remember Barlow was like that for Freo.
Yeah,
Like, I would watch the game and I'd not notice him that much. I'd see him like a bit, and then I'd
Yeah.
look at the thing and he'd had like 20 disposals at half time.
Scott Selwood was like that for us as well. He was a pretty prodigious ball winner at his peak for us, but yeah, not really that dangerous. He had one good year where he won the best and fairest. But
128 keys is on for fantasy points.
Nice.
115 for
oh
Cripps.
wait,
That'd be
Jackson
high.
Nelson's on the field. That means somebody is injured. Does that mean Shuey was injured?
Is it
Shuey's
Shuey?
16. He's not listed as out, but that doesn't.
Isn't that Nui still out there?
I should say
I
somewhere.
haven't seen him in a while.
Ah, yeah, Shuey. Shuey's.
Shit.
Fuck, he's in my fantasy.
Fuck, that sucks.
I don't know what it was.
There's West again.
That's actually quite. I just fucking feel bad for the guy. Is there a hamstring? Okay, so nothing on his
He
hamstring.
doesn't look happy though.
Nah. Oh. Concussion?
Right
Oh,
calf.
Not
Shit,
I was gonna say not a great injury to have though. Yeah, there you go.
That's not good.
It's probably a couple of weeks at the minimum.
That's not good.
Yeah. Fuck mate, that's lame.
Fuck, if he's out again.
Well, Connor West has had 19 touches. So
Oh.
yeah, he will definitely keep his spot if Shuey's injured.
How much does it like just
Oh, great tackle, hold the ball.
take
Yeah,
everything out of a good win when you just have like someone like that just go down?
Exactly.
Like that game against the Bulldogs, we were playing like really well, and then what
Oh, he had like 4 injuries, yeah.
Fife, Cox, Griffin Logue, all
Williams, have a roost.
mate.
Yes!
He's lucky he kicked that.
Yeah, I know. Nice to see a young fella get a goal. For the record, Edwards and West both have 19 touches each. Yeah. I had a feeling that Edwards would have more than you'd think, just because, yeah.
So does anyone get dropped from this team?
I don't think so. No way am I dropping Allen, despite what my dad says.
No.
Duggan?
Nah. We need some stability. Keep players
Williams?
in after a win.
Kennedy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, true. If Kennedy's back in, then... I mean, I have liked Williams in the team. Do we go with an extra tall? Depends on the weather
But you
next
still
week.
need to bring in Kennedy for someone.
You
Who
do.
would that be?
Yeah. Great question.
Take out a small, take out Langdon or
So
something.
Shuey's out,
Langdon,
potentially.
yeah.
Yeah,
Williams,
Langdon probably.
Williams has only had 5.
Touches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's,
more his presence.
it's more that I want to develop him, so I
Yeah,
like him
fair
on the
enough.
side, and it keeps Allen forward. That was more my reasoning.
I feel like sometimes with tools you don't really realise the effect they have. Like Saints is an example. Like they're not winning. They get Ryder and Marshall back, and they look like way better.
Nankervis for Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like when Rory Lobb's playing well, like when he kicks more than 2 goals, we win most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's been edited, but that was Sam Marshall.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, for the sake of developing Williams as well, I think he's a player that's. I don't know if he's out of contract. I hope not.
Well,
but
we've
he's
gone
Victorian.
from 7th to 11th
Yeah,
in one round.
yeah.
Thank God.
It's a tight round. A tight bracket there from 7th to 12th. There's only 4
Well, if
points.
Sydney loses today as well, fucking hell.
Yeah,
6.
so they do.
Don't tell Darren
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh,
Disposals.
Jordan McCleary's in the chat. Says, "Go Eagles, mate." I think that says. I'm just reading on the screen there. Legend. Go check out Jordan McCleary's channel. He's started Melbourne Fan TV, and it's a great content.
34 disposals for both Gaff and Gaff. I said Gaff with
Yeah.
a TH.
Yeah.
Gaff and Laird 34 each. Keys 30. Seedsman and Smith 27.
You know, Footy says Shuey's out for 3 to 4 weeks is what they said earlier. They can't possibly know yet, but it's a calf.
Let me have a look. Yeah, it's 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They can have. You can generally get a good idea.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
quick.
they're going to be conservative with Shuey. He's missed a lot of football.
Good 200 games for Nat Nui.
Very well played.
31 hit outs.
So
What do you think Nat Nui has his 200 games been what you thought it would be?
Was he worth a number 2 draft pick?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, looking back at that year, is there anyone else you'd rather take?
Pick 3 was Stephen Hill. Pick 4 Hamish Hartlett. Pick 5 Michael Hurley. Pick 6.
I think Rich is probably like
he's good now.
he's the other one you would have been pretty happy with.
Yeah.
He was. I don't know.
I think Rich would have done better at the Eagles as well. I think he was squandered for a little while there.
Yeah.
He was kind of their sole option in the midfield for such a long time.
You got to give credit to him. He's been decent. For a
I'd
while.
still take Nat Nui over
Yeah.
all those players I named, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hurley's another one, but injured. So is Nick Nat, but Hurley's the one that comes close. So
Good.
Jordan says, "Thanks, Jesse. Must be nice to have the monkey off the back. It is a nice feeling comparatively to last week. I like football again." We're up to 77 likes, guys. For the 48 watching, if you could hit like before we go, that would be much appreciated. Get us to the ton. Be great. Good par.
Man of the match?
Yeah, definitely. 5 goals, 25 disposals.
Yeah. He did big.
Damn, that's a big game.
That's a thickie.
He had 115 fantasy
That's a
points as well.
huge point. Huge game.
Yeah. Wow. Alright guys, we'll probably wrap it up very shortly, so if there's anything else you want to say,
Cheers, guys.
let us know. Thank you Joycey for returning to the show. Thank you Callum,
Jesse.
equally. Yes.
Thank you.
It would have just been me with my lonely ass self watching this otherwise. It's been good. Alright guys, yeah, we'll probably call it there. Thank you gentlemen, thank you linesman, thank you ball boy. It's been real.
Thank you,
It's
Max.
been good.
Thank
It
you, Max,
just hasn't
everyone.
been real good.
Max.
Thank you Max, shout out if you're still there. Thank you Heath for just tuned in as well, watching his team.
That 100 baht.
Yeah. No, thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
It hasn't quite finished yet, so don't say anything dumb. There we go. Nice.